It's game time on 1112 BISN with live game coverage.
Edge is set.
They do set the edge, and he's going to be taken down for a loss.
On your computer or mobile device, anywhere in the world. Expert play-by-play by Steve McDonald.
He's in for the touchdown.
Intriguing color analyst Alan Cummings.
South weathered that storm in the first minute, and now.
Are you ready? Sit back and enjoy the game, brought to you by the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
And good evening, high school football fans, and welcome to Dick Cheney Alumni Stadium here on the campus of Casper Natrona County High School, as tonight we give birth to the 2019 4A high school football season right here on 1112 BISN, as your Cheyenne South Bison make the trip north to open the 2019 season against perennial powerhouse Casper Natrona. Steve McDonald, Alan Cumming, and a cast of thousands coming your way. And Alan, here we go, man. Seems like just yesterday we were wrapping up the 2019 spring sports season, and here we are now to kick off 2019 with the football season.
Yeah, we're having heavy contractions right now, about 30 seconds apart for the season.
About to give birth.
Probably give birth here in about 28 minutes here on 1112 BISN. You know, I'd say I'm dilated to a 4. How's that sound? So
yeah. Well, we're excited to be bringing it your way. It is the opening game of the season for the South High Bison, and every new season brings promise as to what might happen in the season. Now, South does have to play the perennial powerhouse, one of the favorites to be in the state playoffs this year, Natrona, and we'll talk about South's brutal schedule here in a bit, but there's no tougher way to open a 2019 football season than to play this game on this field.
You know, the defending state champions, no matter who you play, no matter what team it is, they're always going to be a hard team to open up a season against, but when it's Natrona, like you mentioned, the perennial powerhouse in the state of Wyoming, and we say perennial because mainly they are there, and you really can't put Campbell County up there right now anymore. Thunder Basin kind of took that mantle from them. But, you know, one thing about Natrona, Steve, is they have a hard time repeating as state champions. Usually that year after they win a state championship, they kind of have a down year as they rebuild with some of their younger kids. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of Natrona team pops up here.
And they say that Natrona's been playing football in this exact location for over 100 years. They have 18 state championships to their credit. And again, the one last year was a big one as they unseated Sheridan. Sheridan were 3-time state champions until Natrona went up and dismantled them in the state championship game. But again, a new season and new beginnings for both of these squads. I think the story for Natrona, they were a pretty senior-heavy team last year, lost a lot to graduation, but we talked about it on the way up. Casper Natrona does not rebuild, they just reload. Now, they're said to have a smaller senior class and will be playing a lot of underclassmen in this game, but again, with the size of their football program, the number of kids they have out, and the tradition they have, again, they don't rebuild, they just reload and come with a team, again, that's expected by many to return to the state championship this year.
You know, and it wouldn't surprise me that they'll be one of the teams that will be competing for a state championship, as I am now being handed our tripod as we have been saved. We have been saved with the delivery of the tripod. Thank you so very much. So last year, this is 2 years in a row now, Steve and I get so excited about the start of the season that the last 2 years I've literally packed everything but the tripod.
And when you're 3 hours from home, you're kind of messed without a tripod. But Dina Cummings, Felix, to the rescue as she went to the local hardware store. We won't give no credit because they're not a paying sponsor.
They're not a paying sponsor.
But we did get a tripod, and we're ready for business here tonight.
So I'm going to turn the camera off while Steve talks about everything going on, what you see right now, just so you guys don't feel the motion sickness of me putting the camera on the tripod.
So we're going to start tonight by taking a look at the Natrona County Mustangs and what they bring to this team. Again, it's you know, they do not rebuild, they reload, but some of the keys that were talked about in the preseason is the fact that they're not a very senior-heavy team. They have a small senior class, which is unusual, and so they'll be playing, the majority will be underclass people that they'll be playing. They do have 2 returning All-State players. The big guy to talk about, of course, is Dante Wallace, their running back, well over 1,000 yards last year. I think he was almost 1,800 yards last year, and he is returning. So he's going to be the focal point for the Mustangs with that ground game. 1,812 yards on 235 carries. He did have 23 touchdowns last year. He also caught 10 passes for 105 yards, so he's a versatile back, but he's going to be the focus. He's going to be the guy that Natrona County does go to. They do also talk, since we're talking about offense, all 5 offensive linemen last year were seniors. They lost into graduation, so they'll have 5 new starting linemen, 1 senior at center. The rest of them are juniors, so they're a little young, a little inexperienced in the offensive line. That could be a story. Not real big as an offensive line. They're about 3 guys are around 200 pounds, 220 pound center, and then they have a big guy at tackle who's about 270 pounds. So that offensive line will be interesting to see how the inexperience and the youth works out for the Mustangs. Now, quarterback, junior Harrison Taubert is going to get the start. He split time at quarterback last year, mostly in mop-up duty. So, again, not the most experienced guy, and we'll see how that works out for Natrona's offense. Same story on defense. They lost 7 of their top point getters on the defensive side of the ball, so they'll be reloading there with a lot of underclassmen. They do return Jonathan True, who was an all-state player on the defensive side of the ball as well. So we'll see how that bodes for this Natrona team as they come out a little young, a little inexperienced, but again, with the number of kids they have out, the quality kids they're going to find for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like you said, Steve, you mentioned it a lot during your little synopsis of the Natrona County Mustangs. They don't rebuild. They reload. This program is so deep from their freshman to their senior class that they get a lot of kids that can get experience varsity level at the underclassmen stage. You know, a lot of these underclassmen that you mentioned and a lot of these seniors that are playing now got a lot of experience as underclassmen. The junior got a lot of experience as sophomores, and what helped is they were beating teams like by 40 points last year. So they were able to get a lot of these kids varsity experience. And, you know, it's just Natrona football. Natrona is just known for putting out good athletic teams, and it's going to be interesting to see how our team handles this, because looking at them, like you said, I'm looking at them right now, just the eyeball test. Now, granted, the eyeball test has failed quite a bit over the years. That's why I have glasses on now. But they're not as big as a Natrona team we're used to seeing. So it's going to be interesting to see how South reacts to this. You know, they've got a lot of young kids playing this year, and I know our fans are sick of hearing me say this is a young program. But unfortunately, it is a young program. And the reason why I say that is we have a lot of seniors that did play as juniors and sophomores, but then we have a lot of juniors and sophomores that didn't get to play much because we don't have the numbers. You know, I think we had 50-plus show up this year, 50-plus at the start of camp. You know, I think originally the first day it was 49. Then it went up to like 53. So we had 53 kids show up this year. 20 of them are freshmen. 23 of them are freshmen. And so our JV schedule got canceled. So a lot of these kids won't see varsity action until they get thrown into the varsity games. And so that's why we're a young team every year. But you know what? Now we're going to switch to South football this year. Right now this is probably the fastest South team that's ever been on the field. And I know some of you South alum are saying that's crazy. You got to. What are you talking about? Our quarterback, sophomore sensation Braden Hughes, runs a sub 12 in the 100-yard dash. One of our running backs, Jaden Cummings, a junior who didn't play last year, runs a sub 12 in the 100-yard dash. Kari Wright runs a low 12-second 100-yard dash. So you got 3 speedsters. It'll be interesting to see if Alex Soto plays tonight, because if he plays, he's a mid-12-second 100-yard dash runner in track and field, but he's been battling a hamstring injury since the start of camp. So,
yeah, when you do look at the South team coming into this year, promising year for them. You know, last year they have coming off a 2-win season last year. Didn't have quite the success they were hoping for in Dan Gallus's third year, but this year I think Allen, hit the nail right on the head. Speed is going to be the key for South. Now they're not deep. Hey, they're not a team that can afford people to get dinged up. We'll just say that right away. They don't have have the numbers. But from what we saw at their scrimmage, they do have speed to burn on offense, and they were really clicking in the scrimmage. They were executing that offense. They do have some new wrinkles, that you'll see tonight out there. It's basically the same offensive look pretty much that South's been going with. But again, every year that Gallus is here, they add more wrinkles to it, and I think it's going to be dynamic. The key for them is going to be the need to move the ball. They're not going to be able to stay in this game by going 3 and out, so they have to move the chains on offense. But I think if they get some deception working and get that speed working, they might surprise this Natrona team offensively.
They could, and that's the whole thing is, can our offensive line give us 3 seconds? And what I mean by 3 seconds is they're going to probably crash the A-gaps, both sides. They're going to crash the A-gaps. Then they're going to send backers to the outside. Not really a true contain type of backer situation, but they're going to crash and hope to disrupt this offense. If they can get one of our speed backs just to the outside, it'll be amazing what our speed can do.
Yep. The big question mark for South, of course, is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. Again, they do have speed on the defensive side of the ball, but the formation, the techniques, and just how that defense is going to perform is a big question mark coming into this game. We know that Natrona does have a high-powered offense, so it's going to be interesting to see what South can do defensively.
It'll be really interesting to see what they could do defensively. And we'll talk about that after this commercial break.
All right, so you're listening to High School Football. Let's take our first time out right here on the S&J Signs pregame show on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Any therapy center you've been to before. Our highly skilled, compassionate team of therapy providers are 100% focused on achieving optimal health and wellness for you. If you are tired of living in pain, want to just feel better and move better, or want to improve your strength, endurance, and physical conditioning, then it's time to get physical. Experience the physical difference today by calling 307-772-0955 or visit their website at physicalcenters.com. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Let's get moving again.
Missile Drive Auto Body is a full-service auto body repair facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We have established a reputation as an auto repair shop that is honest, performs quality body repairs and refinish, and strives for excellent customer service. And we guarantee our workmanship for as long as you own your vehicle. Call us today at 307-635-0639 or visit us at 1910 Missile Drive in Cheyenne. Missile Drive Auto Body. Quality without compromise.
All right, back here live at Dick Cheney Alumni Stadium here in Casper, Wyoming. Steve McDonald and Alan Cummings here on the S&J Signs pregame show as your Cheyenne South High Bison make the trip north to open the 2019 season against the Natrona County Mustangs. And when we took our break, we were talking a little bit about South defensively. We talked about South offensively. It's just tonight is going to be a real gauge to see where this football team is going to be looking in 2019.
It is, and when you open up against the 4A state, the 4A defending champions, it's a little nerve-wracking. We've already said that, but this is going to help this team grow faster because they're going to see after tonight and during this game what it takes to be that type of program, and so they're going to grow up quickly. A lot of these kids have honestly been playing football since 3rd and 4th grade for South, winning programs since 3rd and 4th grade. And so, I know that's youth football, blah, blah, blah. And some of you guys are probably laughing about that. But it's amazing how well players retain all the stuff they kept since 3rd grade. So football's not strange to them. They've got to get over those early game nerves. The first time they get hit, that's going to snap them into it, and then hopefully they can get something going.
So we still got a lot to cover. We'll have our keys to the game here coming up soon. Let's take a quick look around the opening weekend of the 4A conference here in Wyoming, looking at a couple of the other in-city teams or in-town teams. Cheyenne East opens the season at home. They'll be hosting the Campbell County Camels tonight. And then the Central Indians make the trek north to take on Thunder Basin. That's a 6 o'clock start. Early news from that game. Thunder Basin up early, 7-0 in that ball game. Rock Springs, with their new head coach, Mark Lenhart, will make the trip up to Sheridan, Wyoming. That'll be interesting to see the new-look Rock Springs Tigers. And then probably the most competitive game here in Week 1, Kelly Walsh Trojans will be heading to Laramie. Kelly Walsh with a first-year head coach. And so that'll be interesting to see how those two match up. And we'll keep you up to date. We'll have a running scoreboard on the bottom of the screen for you, and we'll try to keep you updated with other action around the 4A. And, Alan, your early season thoughts on the 4A conference?
This year it's going to be kind of up for grabs, in my opinion. Natrona County ran through everybody last year. Thunder Basin is actually everybody's preseason favorite, and because they've got like the Air Coryell attack up there in Gillette. It's going to be interesting. This is kind of, you're going to have your Power 4 teams. You're going to have the Natronas, the Gillettes, the Sheridans, and who's
Thunder Basin, East, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And East, but it's going to be interesting. East graduated some studs from last year's team. They've got some studs returning. Central is going to be flying under the radar actually this year. They're opening a tough game against the number 2 team in the state right now in Thunder Basin, but they've got a lot of weapons. They've got the quarterback that likes to throw the ball left and right with accuracy. They've got good young receivers. They've got a stud at running back. So it's going to be the team I think that really nobody really knows about right now is Sheridan. Mm-hmm. We talked about this on the way up here. Is where's Sheridan at this year? Because they lost a lot of talent from last year's team, a lot of speed. So it'd be interesting to see how Don Julian actually is. He still the coach? Or did he retire?
No, he's
sorry.
He retired year before last.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be interesting to see what that coaching staff does with the returning talent they do have.
Early scores from around the 4A: Sheridan Bronx lead Rock Springs 3-0 in the first quarter. The Thunder Basin Bolts have increased their lead to 9-0 over Central Indians. And the Kelly Walsh Trojans have gone up against Laramie 7-0 in that ball game. So those are some early scores from around the 4A conference. As Alan said, I think Thunder Basin's the odds-on favorite to win the league this year. They have a returning quarterback that was All-State last year. They have an All-State receiver back. They are loaded in Thunder Basin, and so but again, the story of the 4A is the Power 4. It's Natrona, it's Thunder Basin, it's Sheridan, and it's Cheyenne East, and we're waiting for one of these bottom 5 teams to crack into that. Now, a couple new coaches in the bottom 5 at Rock Springs and Kelly Walsh, and then some other programs on the up and coming. Now, it's worth mentioning that South is picked 10th, dead last, in the 4A, but I think people don't realize maybe what South has to offer this year, and I think maybe tonight can open some eyes.
I think you can. I think you're absolutely right. South's one of those underdog stories. Everyone's going to pick them to finish last. We've beaten Campbell County 2 years in a row now, but yet Campbell County's always going to be picked to finish above South. So it'll be interesting how South reacts to this. We are a young team. We don't have any depth right now, but they're going to grow. I think they're going to surprise some teams. I think they're going to be able to give teams like Rock Springs a run for their money, Kelly Walsh a run for their money. Laramie, it'd be interesting to see how they do against Laramie. So I think South, as long as they can stay true to what they do, which is run this wing formation. If they run this wing formation with the speed that they have, they can hopefully finally do something they've been wanting to do since 3 years ago, which is make the playoffs.
And it's like Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game. Now, they're coming up here tonight, and hey, they're coming up here and playing to win the game. But I think, a good showing here tonight. The last 2 seasons they've opened up against Natrona 59-0 and 62-0 in the last 2 years. And so I think if South can come up here and stay in this ball game, that will say a lot about this football team.
It really will, and it'll give a young team like this a lot of confidence.
How are they going to stay in the game? Well, that's coming up here on 1112 BISN with Stephen Allen's Keys to the Game. But right now, let's take another time out. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the game, and we'll talk about the starting lineups for these guys. And we're about 8 minutes away from kickoff here for the 2019 season. You're listening to the S&J Science Pregame Show on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Put all the pieces? Pena Business Services does, and they can help. Realizing your company is like its own unique puzzle, it's their goal to show you how your company is reaching its goals on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. offering bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services that are tailored to fit your business. At Pena Business Services, they can help allow you to focus on your business and effectively serve your customers. Set up your free consultation now by calling 307-369-2708. Pena Business Services, solving your bookkeeping puzzle one piece at a time.
Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Back here live from Dick Cheney Alumni Stadium here in Casper, Wyoming. Steve and Alan on the S&J Signs pregame show as we await the kickoff for the Cheyenne South High Bison versus the Natrona County Mustangs here to open the 2019 4A football season. And now let's get to our keys to the game, and now I'll give a start. Thinking a lot about this. Last year, if you remember, the opening play of the game, South kicked off to Natrona, and Natrona abruptly took it 90 yards for a touchdown on the opening play of the game. My keys for the game, for the South High Bison tonight to stay in this game and to be competitive, starts with special teams. They've really got to do a good job on special teams. They cannot surrender long returns on the special teams. They cannot start themselves out in poor field position by fielding balls inside their 10-yard line or starting possessions inside their 20. So special teams, I think, is going to be a key for the Bison tonight. My second key to the game is the offense is going to have to move the chains. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That's what leads to those lopsided scores. So if South can play solid special teams, not put themselves in any bad positions, and can move the chains, I think they can keep this thing competitive.
They really can, Steve, and that's the whole thing is moving the chains. You know, moving the chains gets you – I got hair all over me. Moving the chains gets you confidence. It kills the clock, especially when you have a very potent offense like Casper Natrona. Keep moving those chains, keep moving the clock, and then you never know what can happen, Steve.
So taking a look now, unfortunately, we efforted a starting lineup for Cheyenne South. We were not able to get one, and hopefully in the future we can. What we do know, and we'll talk a little bit about their offense because that's what we do know, starting at quarterback, he's only 5'6", 150 pounds, man, but he is a firecracker. Braden Hughes will start out at quarterback. Hopefully, Alex Soto is penciled in to start at fullback, number 2. Alex is a 5'11", senior, weighs 176 pounds. And then on the wings for South, Macarius Wright, he'll wear number 4, and Jaden Cummings, number 25. So speed at all 4 of those positions we're pretty much aware of. Lars Quinlivan penciled in to start at center. He'll be wearing number 71. Christian Martinez, he is number 51. He's going to be penciled in along with Griffin Belaski on the offensive line. Hunter Scott likely to start for South 2 at the end position, number 89. And the other 2 offensive line positions we are not sure of. But, Alan, that seems to be the starting lineup for South.
And you know what? It's a small but fast starting lineup, so it's going to be interesting to see. First of all, the youngster, Braden Hughes, see how he reacts to playing the defending state champions. If he can keep his nerves under control, keep his emotions under control, and just get the offense moving, then that's going to be really important for Cheyenne South.
Countering them on offense for Natrona County, Harrison Taubert, we talked about him. He is a junior at quarterback. Dante Wallace, the senior, the returning all-state rusher, over 1,800 yards last year. They're really going to have to put a lid on him. He wears number 33. They have a sophomore tight end, Vince Genatone. And on the offensive line, again, junior-driven offensive line. It does start with a senior center, 55 Phoenix Wilson. Their guards are Coulter Helm and Carter Sklasky, a junior and a sophomore. And their tackles, Jace George and Phil Bergman, both juniors. Again, we talked about their offensive line. 220 pounds at the center, 270 at one of the tackles. The other 3 guys right around the 200-pound mark, so not the typical huge Natrona offensive line. And then their A-back, he's a junior, Million Allison, their flanker, Cooper Quigg, he's going to be one to watch. He's number 8. He can catch a lot of balls, and then they're split in Chase Wishart Jr. So really, 1, 2, 3 seniors starting of the 11 on offense, and the other 8 are underclassmen, 7 juniors and a sophomore. And there's your starting lineups. Offensively, we'll talk about the defensive starters as we get into the ball game. And the uniform report brought to you by who, Alan?
Brought to you by Bison Web and Media.
Bison Web and Media. The uniform report, South, of course, in their road whites. Pretty sharp uniforms. They have white jerseys, white pants. Have they ever been in all white?
No.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool look with their black helmets, and they got the bison horns on the helmet, so they're getting ready to lock horns with the Phillies. Of course, in Natrona County, in all orange, trimmed in black with black numerals. And so we have all white and all orange. Festive atmosphere here at Natrona. Picturesque stadium. Trees on both ends. Beautiful
Packed.
big scoreboard. Yeah, we got a full house here. This is a packed stadium.
So I just want to point out to everybody, for those of you who are just tuning in, I forgot my tripod. So we ended up getting a cheap tripod, not very good tripod. So if the camera seems really jerky, it's because the tripod's giving me a lot of resistance. But don't worry, next week I'll have the good tripod. It'll be a lot better. There's a live chat feature on this live video right now, Steve, right on the right-hand side of your video screen if you're watching it on your computer. On the bottom if you're watching from your mobile phone. Give us a shout-out like Tamara Bell just did and Cody Reinhardt. Let's go, boys.
Let's go,
we got
boys.
you. Give us a shout-out throughout. We'll give you a shout-out as well. Let us know who you're watching for or where you're watching from.
And now we're going to have the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. That's not showing.
Because I'm muted. This is...
There you go, the cannon burst. Nice rendition by the Natrona County Band and the presentation of the colors, presumably by the junior ROTC here at Natrona County.
They want us to wait until the colors are retired from the field. Natrona always known for having a great home crowd. Hope I don't get anybody angry since our window's wide open and you know how I get a little mouthy. But I'm going to try to – I'm talking in my quiet voice. My quiet voice.
The quiet voice.
So make sure while you're listening to my quiet voice that you use the live chat throughout the video, throughout the broadcast. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching for. We'll give you a shout-out.
You can
Thank you.
I feel bad for even talking.
God bless America. So we're ready to go, folks. We've been excited for weeks to get this thing started, for months to get this thing started. It's 2019, and we get a look at your South High Bison here against the Natrona County Mustangs. And I believe we'll see if they introduce starting lineups. South does not participate in announcing starting lineups. They get announced as a team, but oftentimes the other teams will announce their starting lineup. Now, we didn't see who won the toss, so we're not sure how we're going to get this thing started, but we're going to get it started.
We're going to get it started.
With a little fist bump. Popcorn report's coming your way at some point.
We will get it to you.
And I think you might be impressed by this popcorn report.
And I'll tell you what, man. I want to give a shout-out to Natrona County's AD and IT department for reaching out, speaking with us prior to us coming up to make sure we had network access, because I'd like to say that we are the premier web broadcast in the state of Wyoming.
Love it. Actually, they're going to do the coin toss right now. Generally, they usually do this 10 or 15 minutes before the game, but the captains for South, number 9, Joe Hansen, number 4, Kari Wright. See who the other captains are out there.
Levi Gallus says, let's go Bison. Cody Reinhardt once again. And then Danelle Moite. Her son's playing tonight, too, sophomore.
So they have a captain out there wearing 35. He's not on the roster. That might trip us up a hair. And number 51 is Christian Martinez.
We have a 35, huh?
Yeah.
So we're just going to call him 35 tonight.
Unless someone out there can let us know who number 35 is.
For the Bison. I love their new uniforms. Wait till you see their home uniforms, black with the gold stripe down the side like they used to have when they first opened the school. Beautiful. Black pants, gold, or I think it's gold, white pants still with the black stripe.
Really? That'd be weird.
Yeah. So we've gone black on black a few times. And black on white.
Yeah, there's been a lot of different combinations. Looks like South won the toss. They're talking to Joe Hansen out there. And South's going to defer to the second half.
You know what? They're going to say, you know what? We're going to put our defense up against you. See what you can do. Show us what you can do.
This opening kickoff, precarious, man. They cannot let him bring this thing back. I think that's happened the last 2 or 3 years in a row. The first time South's kicked off the ball, it's been brought back. So hopefully they have this kickoff team ready to go.
Who's our kicker?
That'll be number 7, I think, was handling the duties, Adrian Reynolds.
Yes, he was last year.
And he was handling them in pregame as well. So
it'll be interesting to see. Steve's got the binoculars, so we will never know what
You'll never know who got tackled or who was running.
So once again, I want to apologize for the shaky camera work that you're going to see tonight. We forgot our 2 years in a row now. I forgot a tripod. Thankfully, we got a good tripod at home waiting for us. But the tripod we got now, just a little quick, cheap one that was purchased that we will.
Sheridan putting it on the Rock Springs Tigers 17-0 second quarter. Kelly Walsh 25-7 over Laramie in Laramie. That's in the first half.
It'll be interesting to see who they're going to line up against Cooper Quigg. I'm going to think they're going to probably put Kari Wright over Cooper Quigg. Kari, All-Stater last year, second team All-Stater if I'm correct, and honorable mention. So it'd be really interesting. So I'm going to give a shout out while they're doing the starting lineups for Natrona Counselors. The Natrona Counselors. Some of our new sponsors, Missile Drive Auto Body in Cheyenne. Missile Drive Auto Body, quality without compromise. One that just signed back up with us again today, Pina Business Services. They are going to be your timeouts throughout the year. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers located in Cheyenne, Pine Bluffs, and Fort Collins. Visit them at physicalcenters.com. Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins, not far from here in Thermopolis, Wyoming. And then Robert Martinez from American National Insurance, your insurance agent for auto, life, and whatever you need. And then, of course, our long-running one who's been with us for 9 years in a row now. I want to give them a special shout-out S&J Signs and traffic control, keeping drivers safe on your roads. S&J Signs. And then, of course, you're listening to
the Bison Network,
Bison.
baby.
1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
So we're about 5 after 7. We're still going through pregame festivities here. But we'll be ready to tee this up here. A couple more introductions need to be made. And
I'll give you some of the logos of our sponsors. Missile Drive Auto Body, Pena Business Services, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis. So we even have out-of-town people sponsoring us, which we appreciate so much. And then Robert Martinez from American National Insurance. Without you, your sponsors, we would not be able to give you the type of broadcast that we can bring you week in and week out.
Why don't you tell other businesses how they can have an opportunity to get such exposure?
Very low, very inexpensive sponsorship packages. Shoot me an email at bisnwbm@gmail.com. As a matter of fact, if you look on your screen right now, it is going to be scrolling here in just a second. Once I get familiar with everything, I'm going to keep that scrolling in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen throughout as we get ready for kickoff.
And understand, folks, hey, we are rusty as well. It is our first game of the season, so bear with Steve and Al as we shake off the rust ourselves and bring you the high-quality broadcast that you're accustomed to from BISN.
The Emmy Award-winning. Oh, wait, no. I will say that I think we do have a really good webcast. As we broadcast on YouTube only, we do not broadcast on TV or radio, and we do this so you, our fans, can watch the games for free. Not just our fans, but all the fans from Casper and Natrona as well. Natrona County that can't make it to the game, that might be out of town or working. And, of course, if you're working, you shouldn't be watching anyways. But if you are, make sure you got headphones on so you don't get caught.
So Wilsk Jackson and Isaac Palomo will be the deep men to return the South High kick. Again, Adrian Reynolds going to be booting it off for South. And, folks, we are ready to bring this your way.
We will try to keep South stats, as we're not the official stat keepers tonight. We won't be till week 3.
There's the whistle.
Here we go.
And we are officially underway. The kickoff will go to Jackson at the 10-yard line. Jackson, hole up the middle, but he's going to be tackled there. And a great play there. Who made the tackle? Number 20. That was number 20 for South on the tackle. Aaron Jones-Williams. Hey, man.
Aaron Jones.
We used to coach him.
Yes, we did.
1st and 10 Mustangs. They'll start at their 34-yard line. Taubert again will bring this team out.
So you said who caught that punt?
24, Wilsk Jackson with 24 yards. So 1st and 10, Natrona come out shotgun. 2 men split wide, 1 near side. Wallace, the back, going to fake. Taubert going to throw early. Has a man wide open down the middle of the field. That's number 8. And first offensive play of the game. And South finally drags him down all the way down to about the 3-yard line.
Number 7, Adrian Reynolds, on the coverage, was beaten. Gave up the inside.
So where are they going to mark him? Oh, they mark him all the way down to the 1-yard line. So 49 and 16. Geez, 65 yards on the first play of the game.
Can't give up the inside like that.
Boy, it looked like number 12, Taubert, was almost close to getting across the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball. 1st and goal now.
And now we got a guy wide open, uncovered down here.
Look for Dante Wallace to probably get this football here. It will be Wallace, and he's stuffed up, but he does fall into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well,
2-play, 66-yard drive. And just like that, Natrona up early.
we talked about not giving up the big plays, and We stopped the special team, Steve, but on the first offensive play, we gave up the long pass to set up this touchdown. So this extra point's being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Bodies, located in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
All of about 30 seconds on the drive. Kick is up and good. So, Natrona strikes quick, and South see if they can weather the storm here. Number 8, let's see who that was. That was Cooper Quigg, yeah.
Yep.
All-star. I don't think he was all-state last year, all-conference, but he's their big guy this year, and Natrona out big early.
Yeah, you don't want to make that a habit on the defensive side because our offense isn't really made for quick strike type of offense. We're going to eat the clock. We're going to milk the clock. So when you have that type of offense, Steve, you've got to keep those big plays under control. I don't think that's what Coach Gallus wanted. You know, we had pretty decent man coverage. Nobody was really badly beaten. All that happened was Cooper Quigg got inside of the sophomore Adrian Reynolds.
Got kind of turned around.
Yep.
So it looks like number
28.
And so Kari Wright will drop back.
And Devin Simmons.
Devin Simmons.
The sophomore. He's a speedster.
Kicking it off for booting it for Natrona. Ryan Sorensen's their kicker. He's a senior.
Then you have Jaden and Michael Mascarenas.
Hey, Mascarenas.
Hi!
All right, Natrona to kick it off. Up early, 7-0 here. Boot goes into it, and it'll be Simmons with it, and he fumbles it.
Exactly what we talked
This
about.
went back exactly what we talked about, and they're going to start at their own 10-yard line.
The two things we talked about in our pregame that you don't want to happen just happened within 3 plays of the start of the game. We can't have those type of mistakes. You know what? That's just we'll call that
just
nerves.
jitters.
Just nerves. We'll call it nerves.
Early nerves. So actually they have the ball spotted. Is it the 11-yard line?
Looks like the 11. Get those nerves out. Start playing some football.
Looks like Kobe Bardo come near side.
Coach Fick is watching and listening from the hospital. He says, play hard. Sorry he's not there. He's not here.
First play of the game, give straight ahead, and nothing doing there.
Let's see who ran that.
Number 9, Joe Hansen, on the carry. And they'll give him. It looks like they give him a yard.
So this wing offense is really based on your fullback. Your fullback's going to draw a lot of the attention. And then if he can start generating some yards, you're going to see some quick hits to our speed on the outside, which is Kari and Jaden Cummings.
Yep, and they are your wings.
Or you might see the quarterback sneak with Braden Hughes.
Hughes under center. Pitch, near side. Cummings cuts it back. He's going to get a couple. Looks like they'll give him up to the 15-yard line, so give him 3 on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Play brought into the huddle. 3rd and 6 from the 15. See if South has something here. Natrona looked like they're running a 4-man front on defense. 4-4-3, it looks like, is the way they're lining up. Got Cartwright and Cummings. Wide split on that left side of the offensive line. And straight ahead. Nope. Braden's going to keep it. 20, 25. He's going to have a first down for South.
And that's that speed we talked about, Steve.
Great play there, and that's exactly what we talked about.
How many yards was that?
Well, they're up to the 29, so that's 14 yards and a first down.
That's what that
Beautiful
speed can
play
do.
fake, yeah.
And you know what? I like how they spread it out on the far side and kind of spread their defense thin. And, you know, that was one-on-one. That was all Braden Hughes doing to get that first down for the Bison.
He is fast. So 1st and 10 South, ball up to the 29-yard line. Hughes under center. He'll fake the give and keep it himself, and he'll have a couple of yards.
Yeah. 2 yards.
Tackle there made by number 51 for Natrona. Jace George. So give Hughes 2 on the carry up to the 31. 2nd and 8. And the Natrona PA guys going to give me a lot of help with spotting. And I thank him for that. 2nd and 8. Hughes under center. Kari in motion. Straight give, nothing doing there. I believe that's Hansen, and I believe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No Alex Soto. That's a bummer.
Stop me at the line of scrimmage by number 52, Sam Jeffrey, along with number
You know, hamstrings are fickle for any of you athletes out there that have injured your hamstring before, and those things can heal in a day. They can heal in 2 months. You know, hopefully he's going on close to a month now. Hopefully this gets healthy enough for him to be able to come back and play for the Bison. He's a pivotal. I mean, Joe Hansen is too, but Alex has that rare combination of speed.
3rd and 8 for South.
And power. Middle of the field.
Hughes, pitch, near side. It's Cummings, and Cummings is going to be met.
Boy, who's number 4? Didn't block at all for Cummings.
They will give Cummings, looks like they'll give him to the 34. Yeah, put it right between the yard lines, guys. I'm going to give him to the 34. 3 yard on the carry, and that'll bring up 4th down for South.
Yeah, Kari probably wishes he had that play back, as Kari did not get a block on anybody. And that left him 1-on-2.
Is that Hughes going to punt?
That's a good option.
Cooper Quigg back along with
Too many men in the huddle is
I
Alex
believe
Soto.
Cuomo.
Alex Soto's out there. Penalty on South. Too many men on the field.
dead ball. Substitution infraction.
So there's 2 special teams errors, and again, we talked about it. Special teams is going to really work against you. That's one thing you just really can't afford. Punt. Hughes gets a nice one off. Quigg's going to field it at about the 32-yard line. Quigg goes far side up the sideline. He's going to be pushed out by number 15. Gabe Pena. So there you go, Dad, if you're listening, or I don't know, maybe you're up here watching, but Gabe Pena with the play there. And
44-yard punt.
Will start at the South 49.
Yep. South is going to have to play stronger on defense.
Bison 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Natrona.
I tell you what, if you're going to run those outside runs like they ran on that last series, Steve, you got to block. You got to block those corners. If they're unblocked, our running backs are going to get eaten up alive. But you know what? 3-4 yards a pop.
So Wallace take the ball, work outside, and he's got room to run. 49, 30, down the sideline, and he's going to be drugged down.
Number 7, Adrian Reynolds with the tackle.
Looks like down at the 3-yard line.
Big plays. 2 offensive plays, or 3 offensive plays, 2 of them for monster yards.
46 yards on the carry there.
And we had him in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
Just had a bad angle.
Nobody set the edge.
Nobody set the edge.
And he just got he got out to the side. We didn't get the edge set. There's Wallace again. And this time he's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown. 3-yard touchdown, 2nd of the game by Wallace. And just like that, two-play drives for Natrona.
Let's see if they make the missile drive auto body extra point here.
Ball's down, kick is up, and it's through. So 6:29 to go, first quarter. It's Natrona 14, South 0. Let's take a Pena Business Services timeout. You're listening to High School Football on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation.
Hit a deer?
Parking lot dings, hail damage, or just roadway demolition derby?
No matter how your vehicle gets damaged, Missile Drive Auto Body will make sure it gets repaired back to pre-loss condition and as quickly as possible. No shortcuts, no compromises.
And remember, where you get your car repaired is not your insurance company's decision, it's yours. Call today for an estimate appointment at 307-635-0639. Missile Drive Auto Body.
Quality without compromise.
So back here live, Casper Natrona. Dick Cheney Alumni Stadium, and Mustangs jump on the Bison early. 6:29 to go, first quarter, 14-0. Two-play drives, two huge plays, one on each of those drives, and this is why South finds themselves down 14-0. And there comes the kick. Simmons, this time will field it clean at the 10. Simmons, 15. Boy, someone needs to pick up a block. There came a Natrona player, came just completely unblocked and makes the tackle. Give Simmons, give him up to the wear here. Give him 9 yards on the return. So 1st and 10 South.
Okay, pregame nerves should be gone now. Now it's time to play some football. Play football. Got to get a hat on somebody, got to block. Move the ball. Make sure you use the live chat feature throughout the game. Let us know you're watching.
Hughes under center. Hughes, who's got the ball? That's a little deception there. Moving the pile, or trying to. The ball was given to the fullback. It is Hansen. And they look like they're going to give him 3 yards up to the 22-yard line. 2nd and 7. Nice little 3-yard gain. Almost 4. Well, they did. The linesman there standing at the 24, but the ball's marked at the 22, so I don't know what that's all about. But and they're
it's great. It's great.
2nd down, I guess we'll call it 6 from the 23. And there's movement there. Flag thrown by the umpire. Most likely a false start.
So now last year, South was actually not really a heavy penalized team, which was a good change for the Bison. And right now you've got 2 penalties.
And that's their scrimmage last week. They didn't have a single false start penalty. So, but again, that puts them in 2nd and about 11 to go. Hughes going to roll for his first pass. Looks, throws. Is it caught? Nope.
I'll tell you what, you see how he got away from the defense, though?
Yeah.
Ooh, he just turned on those afterburners.
I should have stayed on him. Looked like he was on the ground after. Did he get hit late? Apparently not.
This brings up 3rd down. South 1 for 2 right now in the game on 3rd downs.
3rd and 11.
Alex Soto checking in. So it's good to see maybe that hamstring is healed. They just don't want to give him a full 30-load game.
Well, that's probably it. You got to play him sparingly here. So Soto, the fullback. Hughes under center. Hughes will keep it himself. He's got room up the middle. He's off to the races.
He's
50,
gone.
40.
They will not catch him.
He might get him. He did. Caught him from behind. What a play by Natrona, but Hughes with a huge run for Cheyenne South.
That is what that kid can do right there. How many yards was that?
Boy, all the way down to the 13-yard line. So that's 37 and 34. Is that the 71-yard run there by my calculations? 33 and 30, 67. 67 on the carry, and that's that freshman speedster for you.
Sophomore.
For sophomore. And now we have a timeout on the field real quick. Let's see if it's an equipment issue or...
No, that was an equipment issue. They'd be told to get off the field.
Especially if you were reffing. First and 10 South.
Ran at 25 seconds instead of 40 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 25 seconds. Both play clock and game clock will start on my signal.
It's that new clock.
Yeah, the new clock rule takes some getting used to. First and 10 South at the 13 of Natrona. Hughes to pass. Hughes going for the end zone. Oh, he just kind of threw it up for grabs. That is dangerous.
Boy, we had a guy in the slot wide open, too. That's where the inexperienced quarterback at least comes in, because he had a guy in the middle of the field, Steve. No one was covering him. No one.
And that he just kind of floated that up to Natrona players.
And I guarantee
had
you
an opportunity to
the
grab
South
that.
Spotters will probably tell Coach Gallus, make sure he looks in the middle, because there was a guy. I'm serious. No one was on him.
Really?
No one was on him.
So second down now for South.
He'll catch that as he gets more experience, though.
Hughes under center. Fakes the give. Going to keep it himself. Work down inside the 10-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like about the 8.
Not made by Alex Hayward.
So that should bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I'll tell you
about
what.
The 8-yard line.
You know what's great about this option is if Natrona eventually keeps biting on this quarterback keep, he's going to be able to pitch that out to a wide open.
And the thing is, with him being 5'6", he's so small, he gets in behind those linemen and stuff, it's hard to see him.
He's Drew Brees. Okay, I won't say that.
Pitch. It's going to be Cummings. Cummings inside the 5. Cummings down to the goal.
Oh, there's a flag. You got to be kidding me.
Flag on the play.
You got to be kidding me.
Of course there is.
Of course there's a flag. That was his first career touchdown, too.
Cummings with the touchdown.
Thrown by the referee, the white hat, so it's not much.
It's going to be offensive.
Not much
yeah.
it could be except for holding.
It's going to be on South. And South is marching back. Great cut back there, too.
Spot foul, so
first and goal or 3rd and...
Penalty's going to take them back to the 17, so it'll be 3rd down and about 13 to go. From the 17, they can get a first down at the 4. Man, South in for the touchdown. And
20 yards in penalties so far in the first quarter. I'd like to see the replay on that hold.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 17. Hughes going to keep it. Braden works his way down. He's going to be close to a first down inside the 5.
Well, I think they're going to give it to him, Steve.
Nope, they're not. It's not a very favorable spot. They're marking him just inside the 5. So it's going to be 4th down.
So 13-yard gain?
12. 4th down and about a half a yard to go for South. Let's see what they do here.
Got to go for it here. Hopefully get another touchdown.
Probably looking at Soto or Hughes, one of the two.
Right up the middle.
Soto and
First
Hughes,
down.
that's a first down for South. Well, who do you give it to? They both had the ball. I don't know if Braden ever pulled it out. Soto gets up with it. And 1st and goal for South.
2-yard gain.
At the 3-yard line, give him 2.
Soto, the ball carrier. Nice goal line stand for the Mustangs.
So this will be the 10th play of this drive for South. Working over 4 minutes off the clock.
Well,
and
that's what you need, though.
Yeah, it's exactly what you need.
Let's see if we can get one into the end zone without a penalty. I see Braden Hughes keeper right here, Steve.
Well, you've got some options here.
Look up top,
but I don't know,
left side of your screen. They're kind of pinched in. Defense is pinched in.
There's a flag there. So here come the hanky parties.
They're going to have to learn how to play this. This new clock gets going, 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's only 25, isn't it?
Well, no, it's 40 seconds once the ball is dead. 25 seconds on an administrative timeout. That was a quick 40 seconds.
It sure seemed like it.
Now it's 25 because it was a penalty.
First and goal at the 8.
You know, this gives us a little breathing room.
This is a little chance to give us a few more options. Cummings it'll be. Cummings, 5. Cummings, down to the pylon. Yeah! Touchdown, Bison! Jaden Cummings, 8 yards. And his first career touchdown for South.
And South finally gets on the scoreboard after penalty after penalty after penalty. 4 penalties in this first quarter.
9 plays.
Dude, look at this formation. This
38 yards, or excuse me, 9 plays, 78 yards on the drive.
What are they doing? Well, referees are.
Substitution infraction on the defense.
Oh!
That's on the Natrona substitution infraction.
We're going to have the ball at the 1.5 yard line.
Yeah, that's.
They didn't move it, though.
So South's got a little something hanky-panky going here.
They're going to keep it at the 3.
Soto lined up behind Hunter Scott, who's the center, and now there's some discombobulation amongst the referees here.
Holy smokes. This explains all the penalties so far.
First game jitters. First game jitters for them as well.
Yeah, well, my first game jitters are tomorrow, so I can't say much.
See if we'll have the swinging gate here. They do have the kicking tee out there, but
boy, it's great seeing speed on this team in multiple positions.
Boy, they are going to snap it to Soto. He's going to give it out.
Incomplete pass. Well, I'll tell you what, it was open. It was open.
That was a weird-looking play, but
he just missed it.
So South travels 78 yards in just under 5 minutes on the drive. 1:59 to go first quarter. So Natrona 14, South 6. Let's take a quick Pena Services Business Services timeout on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Missile Drive Auto Body is a full-service auto body repair facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We have established a reputation as an auto repair shop that is honest, performs quality body repairs and refinish, and strives for excellent customer service. And we guarantee our workmanship for as long as you own your vehicle. Call us today at 307-635-0639 or visit us at 1910 Missile Drive in Cheyenne. Missile Drive Auto Body. Quality without compromise.
All right, back here from Dick Cheney Alumni Stadium. Look how picturesque that view is with the sun setting behind us.
Right at the top of your screen.
That's a beautiful view. Brought to you by Alan Cummings of 1112 BISN.
This kickoff being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body. Missile Drive Auto Body in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Quality without compromise.
And make sure you get over to Missile Drive. They'll do some real good work, body work for you.
Back to receive the kickoff for the Mustangs. Isaac Palomo along with Jackson.
So Palomo and Wilsk Jackson.
Now defensively, you cannot give up a 50-yard play this defensive series. Bison fans, I'm sorry if I sound irritated about that, but man, you gotta.
Nice kick there, driving the Natrona player back deep. He's going to go up the middle, and there's a hole. They slowed him up. And again, Reynolds is going to be the one to have to save the day. Holy moly.
Adrian Reynolds leads the team in tackles right now with 3, all unassisted.
That was
all solo.
Number 23, Palomo, and he's going to start Natrona in South Territory at the 42-yard line.
Hey, make sure you use that chat feature. Give us a shout-out.
At the Bison 42-yard line.
Stevie Brown, Allegra Castro, Leroy Pancake, and Richard Serena.
Leroy Pancake.
We'll find out if Colton's playing.
Well, who's number 65 for South? Whew. He a big dude. Colton Serena. 5'9", 298. We'll get him, baby. 1st and 10. Wallace, the back. Taubert, the quarterback. Twin receivers set both sides for the Mustangs. Quick flare out to number 14, and he's going to be dropped there by Reynolds, but not before he gets to the 36-yard line.
Stop made by Adrian Reynolds.
Adrian Reynolds is going to have a career day in tackles.
He's going to be number 1 in the state.
After this first quarter.
Actually, they mark him about the 37, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
Sorry about the tripod action, everybody.
Wallace gets it, and he'll be stopped, but he's rolled forward. There's a flag thrown on the far side of the field. Let's see what that's all about.
Look at that head linesman run in exactly like he's supposed to.
4-yard gain by Wallace there, so.
Looks like it's going to be on.
Are they going to move it back?
Looks like it.
Well, they are. See what the call is here. Illegal formation.
Boy, they didn't call that till. They didn't call that until the play was done, Steve. I thought that was a pre.
Should have been a pre-snap kill it. So 2nd and 10 now for South. Excuse me, for Natrona. Wallace will be the back. They'll have 3 receivers. Far side, 1 near. Wallace with the carry. Straight up the gut. He's got room. 30. Inside the 20 and hammered out of bounds by number 35.
The mystery player for the Bison.
Yeah, who's number 35? He just laid the wood, but we don't know who he is.
We don't know who he is.
Down to the 10-yard line. Looks like it'd be 1st and goal. 32 on the carry for Wallace.
Boy, Wallace ran for over 1,800 yards last season. 20-plus touchdowns, wasn't it? Or 18-plus touchdowns. I don't know.
23 touchdowns.
1,800 yards. The state's leading rusher last year, and he's off to a good start now as I just felt raindrops.
1st and goal. Man in motion across the formation. Taubert fakes the give. Throws. He's got a man wide open. Busted coverage.
That should be a block in the back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Cannot block in the back. Bring it back. That's either going to be a block in the back or a blindside block. It could be either one.
Number 14 with the reception.
I'm going to hope it's a blindside block and not just a block in the back.
Millie and Allison. Let's see what the penalty is, though.
I'm going to say it's a block in the back. But, man, he kind of hit him. Yeah, block in the back.
That's a 10-yard penalty. So that'll move Natrona back to the 20, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 20. They actually move it to the 19, but.
Natrona fans in disbelief. Please go back and watch the film. It was right there. South's got to take these small victories when we get them on the defense so far, as our defense has just given up big chunks.
So, again, Wallace will be the back.
And here comes another meeting of the minds as they get everybody set.
Getting the linesman back where he goes. All right, 1st down and goal. Ball's actually marked at the 19-yard line, it looks like. But no, it's at the 15. Must have only been a 5-yard penalty.
He said 10.
It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Okay. There's Wallace. Nobody there to set the edge at all for South. And he's going to be tackled by Simmons, but not before he gets down to the 3-yard line. Does South not have a defensive end on that side of the field?
I think they're crashing them.
Holy cow, they're doing something. No one's there to set the edge at all.
They're crashing that end, and we're not setting any edges.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. South hanging in there here in Natrona. The score, Natrona 14, South 6. You're listening to high school football on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Cheyenne is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. Our highly skilled, compassionate team of therapy providers are 100% focused on achieving optimal health and wellness for you. If you are tired of living in pain, want to just feel better and move better, or want to improve your strength, endurance, and physical conditioning, then it's time to get physical. Experience the physical difference today by calling 307-772-0955 or visit their website at physicalcenters.com. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Let's get moving again.
Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Dick Cheney Alumni Stadium as we head to the second quarter. Score Natrona 14, South 6. Natrona will have it 2nd and goal to start the second quarter. Ball about the 3-yard line. This drive started at the South 42. A couple penalties kind of tripped Natrona up a bit, but a nice long 17-yard run on the previous play puts them at 2nd and goal, and Dante Wallace may be looking for his 3rd touchdown here in the first half. The give is to Wallace.
No, quarterback keeper.
Taubert kept it, touchdown.
With the keeper.
And Natrona.
Outside linebacker came crashing in just a little too hard and recognized at the last moment that it was a keeper. So good disguise there by Natrona as they go up 20-6 early. Well, actually, very early in the second quarter.
21-6 on the extra point. So let's take a timeout.
Timeout brought to you by
Pena Business Services, and you're listening to high school football on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514.
Hey, this is Steve.
And this is Alan.
And you're listening to the Bison on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Okay, we're back here live. So Natrona with a 2-play drive, a 2-play drive, and a 4-play drive. All 3 drives resulting in touchdowns. South's last drive was 9 plays, 78 yards, resulting in a touchdown of their own, and that's where we stand now with 11:54 to go till halftime.
You know, South had 101 yards rushing in that first quarter, which I think is honestly the most they've ever had against Natrona. So, well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say in a quarter.
There's the boot, and Kari Wright from the 11, and he runs right to the middle of the field. Then he cuts back out, but
at least we got better starting position than what we've had.
Well, yeah. Looks like the 18, I believe.
I think Kari was going to run towards his blockers, and before he...
Yeah, he should have just taken it up the sideline. He probably could have got a heck of a lot more yards. But
Okay, Tannen Van Tassel's wearing number 35 tonight.
Tannen.
So they have him listed as 36.
He's a crush. He's a crusher.
Yes, he is.
1st and 10 South. Actually, it's at the 19. Man, these refs are
So Brandon, thank
killing
you.
me here.
Orrin Hartshorn, thank you. Orrin, former junior Bison player as well.
So they start from the 19. That's where they started the last drive. And Kari Wright gets the pitch out, and there's another
block in the back.
Another flag thrown by the White Hat.
I saw it all the way up here, Steve.
And last drive from South was actually an 81-yard drive. I beg your pardon. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was clear. He had him on the side, Steve, but he was on the side, but
so that should be
he
what,
got him in the back.
Half the distance?
Half the distance.
Unless it's a spot foul.
Oh, blindside. Half the distance. So from the 15 to the 16.
Well, they started at the 19.
Yeah, but it's a spot foul. So 16.
Takes it all the way back to the 8-yard line?
8-yard penalty.
So 11-yard penalty.
Here's what I don't understand. That was exactly the same exact block that happened down here against Natrona. The same exact block, and we get called for the blind side, which is, remember I said it could be either one, and they get called for a block in the back. Same exact block, Steve.
So South in a big hole here, 1st and 22 to go.
At least it's first down.
Hughes gives. Oh, there's a little hole there. See who got the ball. Who the heck ran that?
Hughes, the ball carrier.
I guess did Braden keep it?
Yeah.
Huh. And get out to about the 13-yard line, so 5 on the carry.
Who went limping off?
Ooh, don't say that.
Nick Frimlin on the stop.
Somebody went limping off.
So 2nd down, call it about 16 to go. Hughes under center. Fake the pitch. Hughes is going to keep it again. Not much there.
Well, he's going to have to learn to do that option eventually, man.
Give him a yard.
He's going to have to see that option. You got guys open now. How many?
About a yard on the play up to the 14.
Ellison with the stop.
3rd and long. 3rd to about 15 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
Leandre Ray checking in, talented sophomore.
Hughes under center. South in the double wing.
South
receiver split each side.
2 for 4 on 3rd downs.
Hughes to pass.
Wide open.
Over the middle. Cummings. Too tall for him. It's intercepted.
Overthrew him. Recognized it too late.
Number 24, and he's going to take it all the way back. Pick 6 for Natrona.
Oh, he was open. Threw it too late, and then when he threw it, Steve, he overthrew him.
Yeah,
had the right idea.
Yeah, I mean, Cummings had to see him there.
Just recognized it a second too late, Steve.
24, Wilsk Jackson.
But that just comes with experience. That's going to come with experience. That was the right read. Just read it too late and threw it and overthrew it at the time.
Yep.
Boy, that slot was wide open for good 10, 15 yards.
Kick is up. Kick is through. Natrona expands their lead. It's the Mustangs 28.
That extra point brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body.
Mustangs 28, Bison 6. Let's take a quick look around the state in other 4A action. In the 3rd quarter, Sheridan up over Rock Springs 17-7. Also in the 3rd quarter, they got a Donnybrook going in Laramie. It's Kelly Walsh 14, Laramie 14. Thunder Basin bolts all over the Central Indians at half, 23-0. And East putting a pounding on Campbell County. It's 28-0 over in Cheyenne.
You said 28?
28-0. Some other 3A and 2A action going on right now. Not a lot of scores to report.
And it was 14-14 in
games.
Laramie, huh?
Laramie. Kelly Walsh, 14-14. 10:02 to go in this one until half. And South miscues is the key to the game. I mean, of course, Natrona, we told you they don't rebuild. They just reload. They're a good-looking football team. But South's miscues are killing them.
Penalties, and that was our first turnover of the game. We've got 5 penalties, Steve.
Yep, penalties, turnovers, special teams, blunders, a couple of those.
I think that's literally what we averaged last year a game was 5. We were not a very penalized team last year, which was new because generally we were penalized a lot going into last year. First game of the year, you're going to have the mistakes.
Boot here, it's going to come down. Is that number 7? It is. It's Reynolds. Boy, he's going back and forth and back and forth. He's going side to side and backing up, and he's actually going to be tackled for a little bit of a loss. And South again will start in not very good field position. They're going to be inside their 15. Looks like they'll start at the 13-yard line.
South 0 for 4 in passing. But the fact that we've thrown the ball 4 times already, Steve, as the rain is getting ready to come in, we might have to shut this window.
Might have to shut her down. So South has started drives from their 11, from their 19, from their 19, and from their 13. They have yet to start a drive at the 20-yard line or beyond. Late addition to the huddle, number 56. And, boy, he had to sprint about 100 yards to get there. That's Joseph Garcia. 1st and 10 South.
And another penalty.
Certainly probably a false start, I would guess.
This penalty is the 6th of the game.
Boy, another delay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So just like last drive, that penalty will back them up to the 8-yard line. So my keys to the game are going out the window. The South starting in somewhat decent field position. They've had their backs to the goal line pretty much the entire first quarter here. Let's see what they do to try to dig out of this hole. Hughes. He must have given it to someone.
Gave it to the fullback.
Did he?
Yeah. Joe Hansen.
Stop made by Sam Jeffrey along with Jace George.
I guess I'll give him a yard up to the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
2nd and about 14.
Should use that live chat feature located if you're on a mobile device at the bottom of your mobile device on the bottom of the screen, or you can hit the live chat icon. If you're on your computer at home, it's on the right-hand side of your screen.
Hughes going to keep it himself. Boy, he's a little squirrely guy, isn't he? And he's going to get some positive yards. He's just a tough kid, quick kid.
He is.
Shifty, small, hard to see. Looks like they'll give him up to the 12-yard line, gain of about 3. But it will bring up 3rd and about 11 to go.
3rd and manageable.
Not really for this type of offense.
It's better than 4th and 20.
Yeah, but 3rd and long is not the friend of the double wing offense. Let's see what they do here. Hughes is going to roll. Nope, he gave it on a counter, and there's a pretty good gain there. That's a 1st down, it looks like.
Solid gain.
Nice counter play there. Kari Wright. That's that deceptive offense. We didn't really see where the ball was going. Nice little counter, and they'll get it up to the 25, 1st and 10. 13 on the carry.
That's enough for a Bison 1st down.
2nd 1st down of the game for South.
Who did they say that was?
So South with a fresh set of downs. We're under 8 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Hughes. All 5, 6 of them getting under center. Straight ahead, no, he'll keep it. And he's going to be drugged down for a lot. Boy, there's a little piling on there. About 3 guys jumped on him when he was down. They're going to lose yards.
Tackle made by Vince Genito, along with Robert Douglas.
Back to the, 23? Loss of 2. Second down,
Loss of 3 on
12.
the play brings up second and 13.
No, it is not. Second and 13. Hughes under center. Hughes. Oh, there was a botched play there, but Hughes makes something positive out of it. Looked like him and Alex Soto ran into each other. Total broken play, but Hughes pinballs his way out to the 30-yard line. Gain of 7.
Tackle made by David Miller.
That's just the lack of reps in practice.
David
Right there.
Miller with the tackle for Natrona, but that's a manageable 3rd and 5 now for South from the 30.
South 3 for 6 on the game, 50% right now on 3rd downs.
Now would be the time to hit that option.
Boy, it would be, wouldn't it? You're in the middle of the field.
You can go either way with it.
You got Leandre Ray coming down. Is that Leandre? No, that's number 12.
Oh, Cummings is coming out into the slot.
That's Jeremiah Moite.
Cummings in motion. See what they do. They do give it to Cummings. Spin move, but he's going to be stuffed for maybe a gain of about 1. Good-looking play, but just didn't get the blocking that I think they needed.
I think that play was meant to go to the outside. If you remember the jet sweep we used to run, we used to have to yell at him, outside! He probably saw a sliver of hope and went for it, and Natrona's defensive line just collapsed down. It's going to bring up 4th down, and I'm sure we're going to punt.
So Cooper, Quigg, and I believe Palomo. So Quigg and Palomo will go deep.
Okay, you do not.
Yep. Special
you do
teams.
not want to punt it directly to these guys. I'd aim for out of bounds. Aim for out of bounds. Or keep it.
He's going to keep it. That's risky because he's not going to get there. And they're going to turn the ball over short field again for Natrona.
Boy, he was a yard short. No, he wasn't. He was more than a yard short.
Well, let's see where they're marking him.
So it was 4th and what?
It was 4th and 5. No, it was 4th and 4. And he got about 3 of it.
Mustang.
Risky.
Yeah. That's all right, though. You try Dan Gallus. What do you got to lose?
Take over at the Bison 34-yard line.
D's listening. Big smile, D.
Big smile, D.
Blake Blanchard's listening.
So let's see if Natrona wants to quick strike it here. They actually come out with a different back than Dante Wallace. They are going to throw. They're looking for the nail in the coffin. They have a man caught. Nope, incomplete.
Oh, thank goodness.
He was open, but incomplete. Who was on the coverage?
Cannon Van Tassel, number 35.
So incomplete pass. Let's see, South 34.
Beautiful night. Even though it's sprinkling here and there, it's cloudy out. It's a great night for opening football in the 4A conference throughout the state of Wyoming. Your South Bison traveling all the way up here to the Oil City, Steve, to take on the defending state champions right now. We're trailing 28-6.
Number 22, Braxton Bundy, I believe, is the back. There's Taubert to throw again. Almost sacked, but he finds a hole, and he's off to the race. He's going to run out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Harrison Taubert, the ball carrier.
So 19 on the carry. It'll be 1st and 10 Natrona. Actually, 16. So they're at the 16-yard line. 18 yards on the carry there. 1st and 10 for Natrona. $5:16 to go in the first half. Taubert again to throw. Taubert again under a little bit of pressure, and he's going to way overshoot everybody. And looks like he took a little bit of a lick in there. Get to him, South. So Natrona.
Was that Hunter Scott on the pressure?
Going to the air attack.
Was that number 89?
He was one of them in there. 2nd and 10 from the 15 for Natrona. 16 rather, excuse me.
5:10 left in the first half.
Neither team has called a timeout yet in this ball game. Taubert. This time he will give it to Bundy, and he's going to charge inside the 10 all the way down to about the 3-yard line.
Oh, that was a great South's linebackers recognized off tackle. Unfortunately, both linebackers crashed to the off tackle, which left that cutback lane.
Number 23 slow to get up for South. It's going to be an injury timeout.
That's Mascarenas. This injury timeout being brought to you by Pena Business Services.
So it'll be first and goal for Natrona from the 3, 13 on the carry. I believe it was Bundy.
He's being helped off the field.
Gingerly coming off the field.
Dealing with Achilles issues early in camp.
5th play of this drive. This is the longest drive of the game for Natrona.
Got to give Coach Harshman credit, man, and his coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he does it. He's the chairman, isn't he? He's the House Speaker of the House.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's a Steve Harshman's a big name in the state, big name in education, big name in the legislature, and he's got a heck of a program here at Natrona. That'll be Bundy in for the touchdown from 3 yards out.
Tannenvad Tassel was the last line of defense for the Bison. He tried to reach out to him, just couldn't get him. And that's a touchdown, Natrona County.
5 plays, 34 yards. So Natrona up toward, almost blocked there. No, it's no good. Misses it.
An extra point.
I think Reynolds might have got a hand on that to block it, but that'll put the score to 34-6. So 4:43 to go in the game. Let's take a Pena Business Services timeout on 11-12 BISN.
Injury keeps you from the activities you love. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers has helped thousands of clients recover from sports injuries and reclaim their lifestyles, treating a variety of injuries including sprains, post-surgical, foot and ankle injuries, as well as back and neck injuries. Our therapists will develop a personalized treatment plan to help you heal and hasten your recovery and minimize your risk of re-injury. Call 307-772-0955 to schedule an appointment now. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, let's get moving again.
You're watching the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
South, certainly the ugly part right now. Natrona 34, South 6. Some of the good things, though. South with an 81-yard touchdown drive. And they've actually had 2 drives, a 9-play drive and an 8-play drive.
You know, it's penalties.
They haven't gone 3 and out yet.
6 penalties on the Bison.
Yep, the Bison, that's the penalties are part of the ugly part. And that's going to be a short kick. That's going to be fielded by the up back. And that's going to start them in their best field position of the night. Who fielded that? Is that Mascarenas? Nope, 24. 24
Gabe
for the
Trujillo.
Hey, Gabe Trujillo.
Junior.
So they're going to start the ball at the 29, by far their best field position.
Jesse Raven, Vince Genatone in on the stop.
Vince Genatone in on the stop.
Bison set up shop at their own 29-yard line. First and 10.
So Braden Hughes brings the offense out.
Great field position. Let's see if we can take advantage of it.
Cummings and Wright are the wing backs.
The rain is coming down.
Give straight ahead. Nope, it was a fake to the fullback, and Hughes kept it. Maybe a yard up to the 30.
Looks like that's what they gave him. I might have to shut this window for a little bit, folks, which if I do, it's going to be a little foggier.
Oh, you won't melt.
Fingerprints. I just don't want our expensive equipment
to get wet. Oh, no. Oh, Alan's trying to close the window that hasn't been closed in 30 years.
Actually, I opened it for the first time in 30 years.
Second down and 9. There's a give right. Kari, he's got some room, and he's going to be up across the 40, and that's going to be enough for a South first down.
Sorry, folks. Had to get the window shut so our nice equipment doesn't get ruined.
We'll take him up to the 44-yard line, 14-yard carry, third first down of the half. Actually, they got to have more than that.
They've had 4 or 5. This is their 5th.
This is their 5th first down.
Hopefully the rain stops. We'll get that window back open. You can see the water spots.
And the crowd's running for the exits. Straight ahead give. Nope. Braden pulls it out. He's up the middle. He's got a first down into Natrona territory. Boy,
he reads that
squirrely in there, isn't he?
He reads that option
give.
He
does, man.
Perfectly.
All the way to the Natrona 39. 17 yards on the carry.
He's got over 100 yards rushing.
That's one thing. South looks to be exciting offensively this year.
Boy, he reads that option just perfectly.
You know, Natrona's a good defensive football team. And
I love this formation.
There goes Hughes again. Man, is he crafty. Spin move. Inside the – oh, did he lose the ball or are they just – yeah,
no,
that's a late hit. You bet. Tack 15 on.
So he got 6 out of it, and we're going to get more for the penalty.
So he gets to the 34. I think that's the second time they've done that, but finally they got it. And that should take the ball down to about the 19.
That'd be great if South can score right before the end of the half. There's 2:54 left in this half.
See, I thought there was a fumble or something the way those guys jumped on that late. So they'll start the clock, 2:50 and counting.
Kobe Bartow bringing the play in.
Hughes a tough kid, though, isn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Man, he's got a bright future.
He does. He's fast.
Give straight ahead full. Nope, who's got the ball?
Kari.
Deceptive. There's going to be a loss on the play, but again, the white hat loss with the flag probably going to be a hold.
It'd be a loss of 11 technically if they do it here because the hold's a 10-yard.
Let's see where he threw the flag at.
Well, it's on the 21.
So if that's the spot, now he's going to go grab it and holy cow!
I'm saying the 25.
Woo!
That's where he got tackled. How's the hold
there? How's the hold there?
How's the hold there, man? Oh, personal foul. Face mask.
Oh, okay. Holy cow, that backs it all the way up to the 40-yard. Who did that?
So the one thing for the fans that are used to watching the NFL is fouls like these are spot fouls in high school, not line of scrimmage fouls. So
that's a bad penalty for South. Who committed a personal foul face mask?
So it is first down and
a bunch.
30. and
another flag.
5. It'll be first and 35. Oh, that's going to be on the defense.
Was it lined up offside?
Yep. So now it is first and 25. South's got to get all the way down to the 10-yard line for a first down.
So
actually the 9-yard line.
3 straight penalties here.
South with 7 penalties in the first half. Natrona with, I think that was their 3rd.
Yeah, not too many.
But you know what? We're still on the opposite side of the field. That's what's important.
First and a bunch. Cummings on the sweep. Cummings got some room. Cummings all the way down to about the 20-yard line.
Boy, he got a bunch of that back in one run.
21. Give him 14. And we're inside 2 minutes, but it's 2nd and 11. South knocking at the
that
door
sounds
here.
a lot better than 2nd and 30.
35 or whatever it was a minute ago.
Make sure you use that live chat feature just so you know if the camera's going in and out of focus. That's just the technical terms. It's bandwidth, frame loss, dropped frames, and the encoder's trying to adjust to it, and so it's going to go out of focus on occasion. I'll try to fix that at halftime.
Hughes to throw. Hughes pumps, fakes, and is sacked.
5-yard loss. He went for that pump fake, though. That was a great pump fake. Did you see that?
Yeah, it gave a little shimmy. And I think we're going to have our first timeout here of the
1:11 left. You're going to ask. That's
looks
a good
like,
timeout.
Is that a South timeout?
Looks like it's going to be.
So let's take one with them. Pena Business Services timeout here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Offers free high-speed internet, air conditioning, cable TV, and rustic cabins and large motel rooms to fit you and your family's needs. Located within walking distance of the Hot Springs State Park, downtown shopping and restaurants, why would you want to stay anywhere else for your next trip to Thermopolis? Wyoming owned and operated, the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins will make you feel like home during your stay. Make your reservation now by calling 307-421-7520. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis.
Hey, this is Steve,
And this is Alan,
and you're listening to The Bison on 1112 BISN.
your Bison Network.
One minute, 11 seconds to go until halftime. The score is Natrona 34, South 6. South kind of knocking at the door. They're at the Natrona 25-yard line. 3rd down and 15. A penalty-filled drive here for both teams. Hughes under center. Hughes fakes the give. There's the counter. Kari right. Kari is going to get about 5 if they give him his forward progress. They're actually going to only progress him to the 21. 4 yards give him, and that'll bring 4th down, about 11. And I think South's going to take another timeout. We'll just kind of keep it right here. Let's see if we can't get a quick look around the state here with some updated scores. In Sheridan, it's the Bronx 23-7 over Rock Springs. Thunder Basin all over Cheyenne Central 30-0 now in the 3rd. Laramie 17-14 over Kelly Walsh. And Cheyenne East 28-0 over Campbell County. And Alan, I tell you what, this Cheyenne South team, they've moved the ball against this Natrona Mustang defense. They've had drives of 9 plays, 6 plays. They had an 8-play drive, and they're on their 8th or 9th play of this drive. So no 3-and-outs for South. There's a little something to be positive about. They've probably, as a team, aren't they close to 200 yards or so total offense in the first half?
184 yards so far.
184 yards of total offense. I mean, that's a game of offense for South over, sometimes over the last couple of years, especially against these power teams like Natrona and them. So some bright spots here in the first quarter. Now the scoreboard is not reflecting that, but we're under a minute to go till halftime, 58 seconds to be exact, and it'll be 4th down and about 12 from the 21.
Are they going to go for the field goal? Nope.
It's going to be a long one.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
This field goal being brought to you by
Who's kicking it?
Adrian Reynolds. Being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body. This is going to be a 37-yard attempt.
Ball is up. Get there. Get there.
Just short.
Just short.
Just short.
So, yeah, it was about a 38-yarder, wasn't it?
That field goal attempt, that Missile Drive Auto Body field goal attempt was just short.
Hey, you know what, though? They lined up. They executed. They found out where they're at. Good job here. Now let's see if Natrona.
52 seconds left in the half. You don't want to give up any big plays, Steve.
And let's just see how Natrona chooses to attack it if they're going to.
34-6 is your score.
Only the second drive of the game starting in their own territory.
Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, as a matter of fact, on the very bottom underneath the media player, you should see a red subscribe button. If you see a red subscribe button, that means you haven't subscribed to 1112 BISN. Go ahead and click that button. It's totally free. It'll just give you notifications when we create live video events and go live, we appreciate the support as well.
Yeah, Natrona going to want to try to throw it out, flare it out to the sideline. Look like number 35.
Actually, that was Kari Wright who made the tackle as well. So Kari getting his first tackle of the game.
So gain of 6 for Natrona. South does not want to let him rip a big one here.
And Natrona's not going to call a timeout unless they get a big gainer here.
Cooper Quigg, good coverage there by Reynolds. And he was playing the body, not looking for the ball. So
he's got 5 tackles this quarter. This half, Steve. 4 of them in the first quarter alone.
3 of them gained touchdown saving tackles. So 60% of his tackles are touchdown saving tackles.
23 seconds left in the half. Going to bring up 3rd down.
See, I don't know why you want to be playing up on Quigg like that. He's got no safety help over the top.
They don't respect his speed, Steve.
I tell you what.
Even though Quigg beat him for an 80-yard catch earlier in the game.
If I'm Natrona, I'm going up over the top to number 8 right here.
Yep. Maybe they're hoping for some pressure.
I like this because it's in a lot of years past you have the South corners playing 10, 15 yards off the receivers, but situational football tells me, I don't know here.
He's playing him to the outside, too. He's not giving up the inside.
And that's exactly what they're doing.
And he gets beaten.
Is that interference?
That could have been. Oh, he was. If that quarterback would have thrown it on the money, that would have been a touchdown.
You bet.
He
just put way too much air under it. So 4th down. Let's see. Natrona going to punt it out of here, I would think.
Nah, they're going to go for it.
You better not press them again like that because they'll probably go back to the same play.
Nope, they're going to punt. 17 seconds left. They're going to punt.
Yeah.
Who's going back?
Is that Cummings?
Cummings going
Jaden
back.
Cummings. The son of the Bison Web and Media CEO. President and CEO. Low snap. South gets no pressure. Cummings up to field that he does. 45-50. Cummings up the middle. Cummings, and he'll get to the 40. So give him 15 on the return. And so 1st and 10 South. Let's see
9 seconds.
Yeah, they'll start at the 40. Let's see if they take a shot here.
Missile drive auto body punt return. 15-yard return by number 25, Jaden Cummings. First time he's worn number 25 in football ever.
No, these refs are killing me, man. They stand at the 40, and then they mark it at the 39. I'm just going to leave it on my sheet. Probably time for one play here for South. Let's see if Hughes drops straight to pass.
Oh, the slot's wide open again. He just did not have the time.
Look at the 5 offensive linemen turning around and watching their quarterback get hammered. Good job, line. Come on, guys. That'll take us to the half. Good stuff for South here. The score, not so much, but we're going to the half. Natrona 34, South 6.
Now, just so you know, at halftime, you won't see anything. As a matter of fact, your media player is going to be spinning because I'm going to actually stop the stream to fix some of these camera issues and then get it going live again for y'all.
You're listening to high school football here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis offers free high-speed internet, air conditioning, cable TV, and rustic cabins and large motel rooms to fit you and your family's needs. Located within walking distance of the Hot Springs State Park, downtown shopping and restaurants, why would you want to stay anywhere else for your next trip to Thermopolis? Wyoming owned and operated, the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins will make you feel like home during your stay. Make your reservation now by calling 307-421-7520. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis. A lot of Wyoming at a very competitive price.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514-5003.
Missile Drive Auto Body is a full-service auto body repair facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We have established a reputation as an auto repair shop that is honest, performs quality body repairs and refinish, and strives for excellent customer service. And we guarantee our workmanship for as long as you own your vehicle. Call us today at 307-635-0639 or visit us at 1910 Missile Drive in Cheyenne. Missile Drive Auto Body. Quality without compromise.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Cheyenne is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. Our highly skilled, compassionate team of therapy providers are 100% focused on achieving optimal health and wellness for you. If you are tired of living in pain, want to just feel better and move better, or want to improve your strength, endurance, and physical conditioning, then it's time to get physical. Experience the physical difference today by calling 307-772-0955 or visit their website at physicalcenters.com. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Let's get moving again.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN. It's still halftime here at Casper, Wyoming. The number one ranked Natrona County Mustangs out to a 34-6 halftime lead. I want to go over some quick stats with you really quick. The Natrona County Mustangs have a total of 292 yards total offense. That's including their special teams returns of 75 yards. So technically they have 217 yards. It's 208, 17 yards total offense. I don't have their leading rushers and all that. South right now sitting at 208 total yards of offense in the first half. So we've got over 200 yards rushing offense against the Natrona County Mustangs, but our penalties is what's been killing us. 7 penalties right now for 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 45 for 53 yards. So we're going to take another timeout and get back here for second half action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.
Thank you, Mustang fans.
American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 19,000 here in Wyoming. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, it's frustrating when an injury keeps you from the activities you love. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers has helped thousands of clients recover from sports injuries and reclaim their lifestyles, treating a variety of injuries including sprains, post-surgical, foot and ankle injuries, as well as back and neck injuries. Our therapists will develop a personalized treatment plan to help you heal and hasten your recovery and minimize your risk of re-injury. Call 307-772-0955 to schedule an appointment now. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers.
Hey, this is Alan, 11-12 BISN, back here getting ready for third quarter action. Your Bison trailing 34-6 up here in the oil city of Casper, Wyoming. Want to give a shout out to some of our people who are chatting. Sandra Cohick going for Braden Hughes, number 5. Hey, head basketball coach Jeff Bailey gave us a shout out. Go Bison. Emma Grace, Snitzer letting us know that EHS is looking strong tonight.
Good.
Richard Serena is watching from Arkansas. Right on. Thanks for watching from Arkansas, man. We appreciate that.
Coast to coast, LA to Chicago.
And Danelle, you're very welcome for thank you. We should be thanking you for watching our broadcast. It's because of people that can't make it to the games that we do this, and we don't charge, unlike the partner program with the WHSAA, the NFHS. But you got to credit the NFHS for what they're doing. They're bringing video, even though you have to pay for it. They're bringing video. Blanchard, he might not play any football anymore, but he knows that South is going to win more games. And I'll tell you what, South has actually moved the ball offensively quite well. We talked about it earlier, how 208 yards total offense. The only thing that's hurting them is their penalties. They've got 7 penalties in the first half for like a bazillion yards. And, that one turnover where –
yeah, the pick 6.
Yeah, where Braden Hughes, he read Jaden Cummings open in the slot, just got it to him too late. Just didn't get the ball to him on time.
Fake
pick
punt,
6.
they turned over on down.
But Braden Hughes, man, he's got out of the 208 yards rushing, I bet you he's got close to 3/4 of that.
He's over 100 yards. We've confirmed that.
Yeah, he had that 67-yard run to start that touchdown drive.
So South will get the ball to start the second half. They'll drop Kari Wright and Devin Simmons back to field the kickoff. 34-6 is the halftime score. Let's see if South can put another multi-play drive together and keep this thing interesting. We talked about from the beginning that it'd be exciting to see South. The last couple of years they've been 45-pointed running clock in the second half, and it'd be a moral victory to start the season to maybe get through this full entire football game and actually.
We start the second half. Make sure you give a special thanks to all of our sponsors and advertisers on the right-hand side of your screen. If you ever get to any of their business, make sure you tell them thank you for sponsoring us to let us do our thing, Steve.
Here we go, second half. Kick. Look like it'll be Kari right at the 6. To the 15. He's got a block. 20, 25, and he'll get up to about the 28-yard line.
That's good starting position.
22 yards on the return.
So, for those of you who don't know Steve, he knows good popcorn and how to memorize a roster in a matter of seconds. And Steve is actually about to give us our first Stephen Allen's popcorn report of the 2019 season.
I think Natrona's coming strong week 1. We've got a nice golden, buttery appearance to it. It's got a nice aroma, and the taste is nothing short of buttery and delicious. I'm going to give Natrona a 4 out of 5 kernels to start the season. Hughes going to throw. He's got a man.
That's the right
Hansen.
read, too.
Beautiful play. It's going to be a short gain.
That was the perfect read because he was the only one open. He was the underneath receiver, probably the check down, the third check down receiver on that.
Boy, they didn't give him a very good spot, though, only up to the 32. Give him 4 yards.
But you know what? That's the first pass completion of the game. We are 1 for 5, sorry.
So, again, 4 out of 5 kernels for the first popcorn report. Of the year.
That's a good start. That's a good start of our broadcast season. Give Natrona.
Coming strong with the popcorn, peoples.
Give Natrona a butter thumbs up.
Second down at 8.
And here comes a penalty.
Boy, the back judge. Delay a game.
Well, are they giving us the count? I'm not even noticing.
Yeah. That's South's 3rd or 4th delay a game penalty.
And that's going to be expected with the new rules. I think South's got to really preach to these kids. Once that ball is dead, the 40-second clock gets going right there. So
Hughes under center now, 2nd and 11 for South. Kari Wright in motion, gives straight ahead. That'll be the fullback, and he's going to get stuffed.
And he's going to lose yards.
28. Actually, looks like they're giving him a yard.
Did they give him a yard?
Giving him a forward progress, unless this guy, of course, these guys can't ever stand where. Oh, no, it was a turnover. It must have been a fumble. Well, wait a minute. No. Why is everybody pointing toward the Natrona side? Give me a yard to the 28. That's the original line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up third down and 10.
I want to apologize if Steve just sent you in a frenzy.
I about sent myself in a frenzy. And boy, we got Bison running on the field, and that's going to be they're going to have to call a timeout. Yep.
That's a good timeout.
Substitution problems there.
That was getting close. Because of that was a penalty, or because that was a...
It would have been a penalty.
Yeah, it would have been a penalty.
So let's take a Pena Business Services timeout here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all the pieces? Pena Business Services does, and they can help. Realizing your company is like its own unique puzzle, it's their goal to show you how your company is reaching its goals on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. Offering bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services that are tailored to fit your business. At Pena Business Services, they can help allow you to focus on your business and effectively serve your customers. Set up your free consultation now by calling 307-369-2708. Pena Business Services, solving your bookkeeping. Hey, this is Steve.
And this is Alan.
And you're listening to The Bison on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
3rd and 10 for the Bison. Hughes under center, twin receivers near side.
South was 3 for 9 in that first half.
Hughes going to keep it himself, and he'll have a positive yard, but not what he needs for a first down. That looks to probably bring up a punting situation for South, as it'll be 4th and 9, and they will bring their punt team in.
Probably not what you wanted on your first possession of the second half, but penalties. That 5-yard delay of game.
So Quigg and Palomo are the deep backs to receive the Braden Hughes punt. Are you kidding me?
Before the snap, substitution infraction on the offense. 12 in formation. 5-yard penalty.
Another South penalty. They're in double-digit penalties, and that is never going to help you, especially when you're playing the number 1 team in the state.
Count that to inexperience, 2.
Back them up 5.
We just needed more room for that punt.
Hughes fumbles the punt.
Oh, he's got wide open.
You got to kick it. Nope, he's going to try to take it himself.
That's not what you wanted.
He got wrapped up around the neck.
Broken
play there, and that's going to give Natrona turnover on downs, basically, in a short field. Looks like they'll probably start at about the South.
And, like I said, he's only a sophomore, Steve. He'll learn that on plays like that, you could still kick the ball.
Yeah, you got to get it out of there somehow.
Yeah, you got to get it out there, and now your team's deep. You're putting your defense, a lot of pressure on your defense right now.
So Natrona's going to start at the South 34.
At the Bison 34-yard line.
Oh, we're missing the real deal, Phil Vigil here.
Philly.
We'll see him in a couple weeks.
So Dante Wallace back in the backfield. He didn't play for most of the second quarter as that back. Fake the give. Taubert looking over the top, has a man in the middle. And that's going to be a touchdown. One play is all it took for Natrona there.
Boy, one play.
I believe that was number 12.
Pass defense. Pass defense has got to get short up.
.34 yards on the strike. Taubert to Vince Genitoni.
And here comes the missile drive auto body extra point attempt.
Ball's down, kick is true, and it's good. So, a 10-second drive, one play, and Natrona capitalizes. It's Natrona 41, South 6. Let's take a Pena Business Services timeout on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Cheyenne is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. Our highly skilled, compassionate team of therapy providers are 100% focused on achieving optimal health and wellness for you. If you are tired of living in pain, want to just feel better and move better, or want to improve your strength, endurance, and physical conditioning, then it's time to get physical. Experience the physical difference today by calling 307-772-0955 or visit their website at physicalcenters.com. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Let's get moving again.
Hit a deer,
Parking lot dings, hail damage, or just roadway demolition derby?
no matter how your vehicle gets damaged, Missile Drive Auto Body will make sure it gets repaired back to pre-loss condition and as quickly as possible. No shortcuts, no compromises.
And remember, where you get your car repaired is not your insurance company's decision, it's yours. Call today for an estimate appointment at 307-635-0639. Missile Drive Auto Body.
Quality without compromise.
All righty, so 9:11 to go, third quarter, 41-6. Natrona goes up now.
If you want to be a sponsor for 1112 BISN, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the email is about to pop up.
Kari Wright from the 7. Kari across the 20, 25. Well, we better hang on to that football. They're going to give him progress up to about the 26, so give him 19 on the return.
So for those of you tuning in, make sure you use the live chat feature. If you're on your computer, it's on the right-hand side of your screen. If you're on a mobile device, it's on the very bottom of your screen.
A lot of chatters tonight, man. That's cool.
We do not know how the volleyball team did today. The Cheyenne volleyball tournament.
We can effort that, though, probably on WYO Preps.
Taking place right now in Cheyenne, all three high schools hosting games.
And for live scoring updates, you can always go to wildpreps.com. I also want to send a shout-out to a very cool website here in Wyoming as Braden Hughes rolls to pass. Looks, you got to get rid of the ball.
He's got.
Boy, look at him. He's shifty. He's going to work hard to try to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's all Braden Hughes there, man.
That is, and let's see if they're going to give him. I think they're going to give him a yard up to the 27. All Braden Hughes.
He was like dead for rights for like a 10-yard loss, man.
So I tell you what, check out Wyoming-football.com. What a cool website. They have the entire history of football in the state of Wyoming going back to the 1900s. They do a heck of a season preview magazine each and every year. It is a cool site. For $20, you can sponsor that site. You can get a year's sponsorship for $20. So, I would check out Wyoming-football.com. Pretty cool. Straight ahead give there. Believe it was Hansen. And
our offensive line is just not blocking tonight.
Yeah, they're just – the guys up front need to improve. They're going to give him to the 29, so –
Stop made by Alex Hayworth.
2 yards.
Hayworth with a stop for Natrona.
Along with Owen Miller.
Owen Miller also getting a little credit for the Natrona County Mustangs. Third down and 7, not unmanageable.
We got great sponsorship packages for 1112 BISN.
Absolutely.
So once again, bottom left-hand corner of your screen is bisnwbm@gmail.com.
Oh, man, there was a counter, but broken play there as Braden Hughes and Kari Wright give each other a hug in the backfield.
Braden Hughes going to get credited for the loss on that one.
Actually, Kari Wright.
Is it Kari?
Ended up with the ball, and he's going to lose 5 yards back to the 24. So South's offense all of a sudden, man, they were putting together some drives, stringing together some plays in the first half. Basically 2 3-and-outs here to start the second half.
Got to get this punt off.
And usually you want to go at halftime, make some adjustments where you're going to try to find a little more success in the second half, and they're actually finding less success. Maybe Natrona made some good adjustments of their own.
I was just about to say Natrona made some good adjustments, but they're trying to
Dang, he's got a leg on him, too.
keep the defense off guard right now.
Uh-oh, Palomo's got the sideline. Boy, look at number 55. He was hauling some booty for South.
Griffin Belaski.
I thought he was going to blow him up. Uh-oh, we got a bunch of whistles going.
Somebody's down.
Somebody's down near side. It's a Bison, isn't it?
Yep.
as Coach Bailey holds his breath. 2020.
With the return, driven out of bounds by Griffin Belaski.
So Natrona's going to start at the South 32 this time.
Aaron Williams.
Who?
You said 20 is down?
That's what it looked like. I know the first number's a 2. When they're looking up around the, I don't know, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6, 8 people huddled around him there. Is it 20?
Yep.
And that is that our boy?
Aaron Jones.
Come on, man.
Jaron Jones-Williams.
Aaron Jones-Williams.
He's also a boxer.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man.
Great kid.
Really like him a lot.
Hard worker. Looks like he's walking it off pretty good.
Hasn't played football since youth football. I don't think he played at all at Johnson.
No, he did. 7th grade year.
So hasn't played for 2 or 3 years, but great to see him back on the field. First down and 10.
Sorry for all the camera movement, guys. This tripod's not the greatest tripod I'm using.
So Natrona going to start here at the 32. Wallace. Still on his feet, up close to the first down. Number 10.
You cannot arm tackle Dante Wallace.
Who's number 10? He's a little guy. He just made the tackle.
Michael Mullins, but he didn't arm tackle him. He had like 3 guys help bring him down. Got to get a pad on somebody. Get a pad. Get in a good hitting position. Don't reach with your arms. Hit him with your shoulder pad, and then wrap him up, Steve.
Snap there. Taubert throws out.
Oh, my goodness.
Quick hitter. Ooh, boy, looks like.
Kari thought it was going deep.
Yeah.
He dropped back about 10 yards away, and it was a quick screen. Boy, he recovered quick, though.
Where do they spot it? Looks like the 17-yard line for a gain of 5. Natrona no huddle the entire time. Again, Taubert, and I believe that's still Wallace in the backfield. Wallace hasn't had a ton of carries today.
I mean, it's a no huddle, but it's not really a fast-paced no huddle. They're still calling in plays.
Throwing to the end zone. Touchdown.
Wide open.
And who got beat there?
Is it number 10?
No.
He's running right here. Number 35?
No, it's number 15.
Oh, number 15?
Is that
Gabe Pena.
from his outside linebacker? Well, that's kind of tough to
Yeah,
cover a flag route if you're an
is.
outside linebacker.
You're an outside linebacker. You're asking a lot. So this extra point being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body. Then we're going to take a Gabe Pena timeout.
Dang it.
For some Robert Martinez commercials.
So it's good. 48-6 now. 6:02 left in the third quarter. Let's take a timeout on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Missile Drive Auto Body is a full-service auto body repair facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We have established a reputation as an auto repair shop that is honest, performs quality body repairs and refinish, and strives for excellent customer service. And we guarantee our workmanship for as long as you own your vehicle. Call us today at 307-635-0639 or visit us at 1910 Missile Drive in Cheyenne. Missile Drive Auto Body. Quality without compromise.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514-5003.
So South in a familiar position here, getting ready to receive the kickoff from Natrona. 7 touchdowns on the game for the Mustangs. A lot of them short field, a lot of them 1, 2, 3, 4 play drives. So South definitely needing to shore up the defense. Kari Wright again from about the 8. Kari has some room. Kari still on his feet. Gets across the 35-yard line, so a nice little return there.
That's the best starting. This is our best field position in the game.
Yeah.
South with 10 yards of offense in the second half. Had 208 in the first half.
So they'll start from the 37. They've definitely started with a lot better field position this half, but haven't been able to do anything with it. Braden Hughes been impressive in his sophomore debut, man.
You know, just he's made some young mistakes.
Sure.
But you know what?
He's had some
exciting plays. Exactly it. Youthful mistakes can be overcome with exciting plays, man.
You got a heck of a future. First down and 10. Hughes to throw. Whoa! He gets hammered and fumbles the ball. Man, that offensive line is not giving him much time at all. Those guys up front, that's a 10-yard loss, and man.
David Miller for the Mustangs.
David Miller gets credit for the sack.
Well,
That'd be a tough
10-yard loss.
Tough week in the film. Tough day or two in the film room for that offensive line tonight.
Who recovered the fumble for us? Thank goodness he was there.
I think it was Soto. Is he in the game?
Huh?
I think it was the fullback. Looked like he had a receiver open. He was getting ready to
he was.
throw it downfield. Quick give to Soto there. There's Soto. Alex Soto, 40, 45, 50.
First down. That's what Alex Soto brings to the game.
Into Natrona territory. Oh, and there's a flag on the far side. What's he throwing a flag for over there? That better not be a hold or anything
That'd
like that.
be 24 yards. Sideline warning.
The ref's going, really? You're calling a holding over there?
Far side, that'd be ridiculous.
When the play came to this sideline, you better go pick it up. That guy's sitting there going, oh, God.
If he calls a hold, I'm going to.
What are we talking about here?
They're bringing it back. You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Well, they're
still talking here. Let's see what we're going to come up with here.
That's going to be on Natrona.
South's still coming up to the line.
It's going to be against Natrona.
During the run, personal foul, clipping on the defense.
Clipping on the defense?
Clipping on the defense.
How did that happen?
That's the first time I've ever heard that. That's why the line judge was holding his hand like that. He was like, I just called a clipping on the defense.
He's like, are you sure about that? Is that even in the rule book?
So that's a 24-yard gain. 24-yard gain from Alex Soto.
And then a penalty all the way up to the 34.
34.
Clipping on the defense. Wow.
We'll have to bring that up at the meeting on Monday.
And it's going to be a false start. The whole offense.
Left side of the offensive line moved that time.
And our running back moved.
Well, the running back always moves pre-snap.
Before the snap, false start on the offense.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot he was in motion.
Who's 24? Well, that's Gabe Trujillo. He's in there.
He's giving Kari Wright a breather.
So
I think Kari just came back on the field.
Penalty moves it back to the 39.
Alex Soto's got, like I said, he's got that rare gift of fullback power, but tailback speed, man. He just showed it right there.
1st and 15 now. Give straight ahead. Soto churning.
And I just totally overran the play with the camera.
Might have got. Ooh, is he Ginger? Don't be Ginger. Don't be Ginger. He's Ginger getting up. 3 yards down to the 36, I believe.
Four minutes left in the third quarter. South trailing 48-6, as you see up there on the scoreboard.
How much do you keep Soto in here if he starts getting Ginger? No way to go with. Kari Wright on the counter. Kari's got some room.
That's a great read there by Kari.
And he's going to be up over the 25-yard line. Well, actually, they're going to give him right to the 25, it looks like, for an 11-yard gain.
Caden Wilcox in on the stop for the Mustang.
Bring up 3rd and 1 for down territory here for sure for the Bison.
The Mustang 25.
You would believe. And Hughes has him up to the line. 3:07 and counting, 3rd quarter.
I'm still trying to figure out how you get a
straight ahead. Soto inside the 10. Soto dragging players down to the 5-yard line.
I got so excited I started pointing the camera in every direction but the runner. So that's going to be
that's 20 yards on the carry. 1st and goal South.
Along with Will Jackson in on the stop.
Nice drive going here for the Bison.
It would be huge to get some points right here. Good big self-esteem right here.
This will be the 6th play of this drive. They've already covered 58 yards with this drive. Hughes under center. Oh, Natrona went early there, it looked like.
Yep.
That might be a half the distance. Let's see if South moved early, if it just was Natrona.
That was Natrona.
There you go. So that'll move it to the 2.5. 1st and goal now. I got 4 plays from the 2. It's going to be Kari Wright. Kari into the end zone. Touchdown, Bison.
Kari Wright with the touchdown for the Bison.
Kari from 2 yards out. And South. Gone the last 2 games in this series with Natrona without scoring a point. And they've got 2 touchdowns tonight. And looks like they're going to line up for 2 here. They're in the huddle calling a play.
They better hurry up. That 40-second clock is going.
They got 10 seconds. Hurry. 5, 4, 3.
Here it comes.
Yep.
Quarterback
playoff, man.
Quarterback's got to recognize that.
Standing there at the line.
He's got to recognize that. That's one of those youthful mistakes again. 11th penalty of the game for the Bison, and it's a delay of game.
And when you're as outmanned from a personnel standpoint the way they are, you cannot compound your situation with those type of mistakes. But it gives them some more play options.
So for those viewers that are watching, that was actually a 25-second because it was after a score. So there's a new rule with dead balls that once the ball is dead, like on an actual play, the 40 seconds starts immediately. After a touchdown, it's like a 25-second or a timeout.
Hughes to throw. Hughes rolls, looks. He's got a man in the back of the end zone, Hunter Scott. Just couldn't find him.
And he didn't get rid of the ball.
Hunter had his arms up. So South does not convert, and it's 48-12. 2:18 to go, 3rd quarter. Let's take a timeout on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Are you pain? Love your life? Then it's time to get physical. At Physical, through our comprehensive programs, you will discover how to achieve the pinnacle of healthy living, expand your boundaries, and love your life again. Call us at 307-772-0955. Let's get moving again and experience the physical difference today.
(48-12). South offense kind of a little bit of a bright spot here in this game. the score is lopsided, but, man, they put together 3 or 4 real quality drives. They've scored twice, but they've only gone 3 and out like one time.
Boy, it's those big plays, you know. And again, I'm not going to say that Natrona wouldn't have scored because, you know, they've got a really good offense, man.
Yeah.
They're a talented team, but when you make it easy for them because of big plays, that's where the inexperience.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, it's the defense has not been good at all for South. Offense, though, bright spot. So it doesn't get any easier next week. They got to travel just as far and play just as tough, if not a tougher opponent.
Well, you know what? That's the whole thing is 2 completely different teams to where Thunder Basin is a passing team, and that's where we got killed tonight was with our passing. So they've got to shore it up.
Palomo with it. He's up the middle, and he's going to take it to the house. No, he's going to get caught from behind. Is that Jaden?
Yeah.
So just that quick special teams breakdown, and boy, Natrona sure hasn't had to work very hard for points tonight, have they?
No, they have not.
They have not had to work at all to score points between the defense and the special teams. Whew. Dang it.
54-12 right now.
You know, and you'd think in a 54-12 game that it was just an absolute brutal slaughter. It really hasn't been, you know. South's probably run 6 or 8 times more plays than Natrona.
And, you know, our penalties.
Yeah, the penalties and the big plays.
Boyd Cummings almost caught him, huh?
He did. He was creeping up on him.
He was.
What a heck of an effort. Good thing we're not FCC regulated.
Yeah. So this extra point is being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body. Missile Drive Auto Body. Quality without compromise.
There is no foul in the play. Both teams have 11 players.
And that's what
Thank
they're
goodness.
supposed to have. Kick is up. And it is good, so 55-12. Let's just keep it right here. I mean, 2:03 to go, third quarter. Let's take a quick peek around the state. I'm going to try to effort those volleyball scores.
Hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you're watching this. It's totally free. All you're doing is it's like liking a Facebook page or following somebody on Instagram. If you don't know what the subscribe button looks like, take a look on your screen right now. That red subscribe button you see at the very bottom, go ahead and click that. Let us know that you're supporting us. We'd really appreciate it. Once again, it's totally free.
South High with a brand new volleyball coach. Let's take a look at how their day went. The new era of South of volleyball. They've got the Douglas Invitational up. I don't have the Cheyenne invite yet. Excited to see. What is their volleyball coach's name? Did I put you on the spot?
I have it written down. I just don't have it in front of me.
So South again to return the Natrona kick. Wright and Simmons. Wright's had a couple nice returns here in the second half. Well, he'll get a shot again from the 6th this time. Kari with some speed up the middle. Kari gets all the way up to about the 40-yard line. So
good return.
That return's been a bright spot, too. Teams probably start kicking away from that young man. And if they'll put it right at the 40, I do believe.
Right ball carrier, Avery Cox with the stop for the Mustangs.
So South will start, 1:55 to go, third quarter. Want to welcome Missile Drive Auto Body to the Bison Web and Media family. Thanks, Amy and Wilfred, for jumping in. If you guys need some auto body work.
I'll tell you what, I was there shooting commercials for them on Monday or Tuesday. And they had these cupcakes delivered. Dude, they were the best cupcakes I'd ever eaten in my life, man. I don't know what the name of that company is, by the way, but
there is a counter to right, and he's going to get maybe a couple to the 42.
It was literally like a peanut butter frosting. It was just amazing.
David Miller with the stop for the Mustangs.
So the Douglas Invitational has gotten their scores into Wild Preps, but the Cheyenne Invite hasn't. So we cannot give you an update on the volleyball that's going on in Cheyenne. Do apologize. If anybody knows, send us a little chat. We'd like to know how the new era of South volleyball opened up today.
Use that chat feature. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out once I pull up the chat for you.
2nd and 8. Cummings in motion. Hughes, straight ahead give, moving the pile. Up to about the 45. Is that Soto?
Soto, the ball carrier.
Yep. 44, actually. So it'll be 3rd and 6.
Cooper Hack with the stop for the Mustangs.
Cooper Hack.
Well, this is going to be our 16th play of this quarter. Just 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Well, you know, South's had some good offense, man. We're approaching 300 yards rushing.
Yeah, this is going to be cool. When we look at Wild Preps this week and see that we're like the number
Leandre
two,
being called in.
the number 2 rated rush attack in the state. We've never been that. Cummings, near side with the pitch. Jaden, does a good job to get it up to about the 49. He's going to be short, and we go 4 downs here.
I'd say it's a must-go.
I'd say go for it. Why not?
You got 5 yards on it.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So, after 3, it's Natrona 55, South 12. The game much closer than the score indicates, really, if you look at the way it's been played. But we'll go to the fourth quarter, and let's take a timeout on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, it's frustrating when an injury keeps you from the activities you love. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers has helped thousands of clients recover from sports injuries and reclaim their lifestyles, treating a variety of injuries including sprains, post-surgical, foot and ankle injuries, as well as back and neck injuries. Our therapists will develop a personalized treatment plan to help you heal and hasten your recovery and minimize your risk of re-injury. Call 307-772-0955 to schedule an appointment now. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, let's get moving again.
Hit a deer,
Parking lot dings, hail damage, or just roadway demolition derby?
no matter how your vehicle gets damaged, Missile Drive Auto Body will make sure it gets repaired back to pre-loss condition and as quickly as possible. No shortcuts, no compromises.
And remember, where you get your car repaired is not your insurance company's decision, it's yours. Call today for an estimate appointment at 307-635-0639. Missile Drive Auto Body.
Quality without compromise.
Fourth down and a yard to go as we start the fourth quarter, and South definitely looks like they're going to come out and go for it here. They are not in a punt formation.
They're looking – Natrona's going to be looking for Soto to get the ball. I don't know if you just sneak out Braden Hughes on a bootleg.
And they move early. I believe left side of the line, whoever was on the end here moved, and now instead of 4th and 1, it's 4th and 6. 12th penalty for South. And a couple of them have been very, very costly. So
I'd really like to ask that guy how you get a clipping on a defensive player.
I want to ask that at the meeting.
I mean, no. I hate to say it. Our guys will probably say, "Oh yeah, you see it all the time."
Yeah,
no,
no
you don't.
No kidding. I have never in my entire life at any level of this game seen that penalty called.
Never.
And I've probably seen 2,000 football games.
And we had another one as our wide receiver jumped.
Jeez, guys.
Our split end up top. I am running out of room. I have officially ran out of room on the penalty marker.
13 penalties. Boy, defense, special teams, and penalties.
Yep.
have overshadowed a.
Boy, you know what,
one.
though?
Now the punt team comes out. They're like, all right, let's punt it.
Our offense does have a lot of promise. We can show up some of these delay of games, offsides, mainly the delay of games.
Knock on wood, too. We've been fairly unscathed. I haven't seen really anybody go down. So, hasn't been particularly a real hard-hitting football game.
No, not really.
There's a punt there. Let's see. And that's just going to be rolled down. Let it keep going to the 25. So he punted it from the 40. 10, 20, 35-yard punt there.
And that punt was brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body in Cheyenne. People are saying, why do you guys keep saying that? Well, you know what? You can purchase naming rights with our sponsorship packages. How do you purchase a naming right package with Bison Web and Media? Shoot me an email at BISN WBM at gmail.com.
Or
give me a call at 307-287-3205 for our sponsorship packages. Coach Moo Blackwell agrees with me. Never seen that before either. Any of you YouTube
clipping on the defense?
Hey, we got someone watching from Afghanistan.
Holy cow. Thank you for your service. Give straight ahead. I believe that's Bundy.
The middle.
Oh, my God. That is atrocious tackling.
Horrible tackling.
And there goes. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the defense. Woo, boy, Coach Quigley's going out of his mind over there.
Got to have an attitude when you want to make a tackle.
I think he wanted a flag. I don't know.
You cannot reach. You cannot try to arm tackle against kids, man. You got to get a pad in them. I've been preaching that since day one, man.
They got their second string quarterback in, number 3, and he's just gonna. That's just not gonna work, guys.
2 plays.
That is not gonna work, guys. Brian Sorensen, the senior,
and it will be a running clock.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work, fellas. Not on the defensive side of the ball.
Boy, offensively, we finally have gained our traction. Offensively, granted, we've only scored 12 points. What could have been, the would have, could have. We could have possibly ended up with more if we didn't shoot ourselves penalties.
I think I got a lot of young guys. Looks like a lot of young guys out there playing defense.
This extra point being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body.
They're getting their money's worth.
Boy, they are. So make sure you stay tuned.
Oh, it's a
block by Adrian.
Man, he's had a game.
Boy, has he. I think he's going to set the state record for tackles.
Reynolds. Is he only a sophomore?
Yeah.
Wow, he's come from nowhere. Good player. They're going to run out of gunpowder for that with that cannon down there.
So make sure you tune in next week as well. I mean, we're just in the 4th quarter. Sorry I haven't updated the quarter as I make the trek to Gillette, Wyoming, as your South High Bison go up to take on the number 2 ranked Thunder Basin Bolts. Kickoff will be at 6 o'clock. Pregame show will be at 5:30. The S&J Signs pregame show. Labor Day weekend, make sure everybody have a safe weekend. It's only the 4th quarter, but it will be a running clock from here on out. Hey, if you're on the chat, let us know what you guys are cooking for Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
Steve's going to cook me up a brisket and some ribs.
Ooh, brisket. Also, if you're on the chat feature, let us know your impressions on
Nicholas Hughes. It was Nicholas Hughes did his time in Iraq. Well, you know what? We appreciate your service. Any military. My brother actually just got back from Qatar, did a tour in Qatar.
We thank you for your service. Are you related to Braden? Wonder if he's one of those Hugheses.
I think he is. Let us know, Nicholas, and also let us know what you're going to be cooking for your Labor Day weekend.
And if you are related to Braden,
and the reason I want to
bless you, because he's a good
the reason I want to know what everyone's cooking is because I'm going to find what sounds the best, and I'm going to their house over the weekend.
11:04 to go. The clock will just run from here on out after the ball is kicked.
Unless they follow the
stop
spit rule.
For timeouts and injuries only. Kari Wright again from about the 7. And he'll again get it out. Still moving the pile. He's going to get it over the 30-yard line. So no quit in this kick return and this offensive team here. See if South will start the drive at the 30.
Well, South's schedule just, ever since they went to this, let's favor the Power 4 schedule.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it on air.
WHSAA, man.
Ever since the Power 4 teams get to open up against, I'm not going to say it. Well, anyways, ever since Alabama gets to open up against New Mexico State.
We talked about it at the pregame. South opens up at number 1, at number 2, both on the road. They've got to make 2 trips to Gillette, 1 trip to Sheridan. Come on, schedulers.
Yeah.
Straight ahead give there.
Alex Soto.
4 yards.
Well, I'll tell you what,
South's got a brutal travel schedule.
Then we got Kelly Walsh for our first home game, and you know what? Kelly Walsh, even though they're losing, and they've got a new coaching staff, by the 3rd game of the season, they'll have some traction. But you know what? So will we.
Yeah, we're going to have some traction. Kelly Walsh losing to Laramie. Laramie, a real young team as well. Small senior class. And a lot of underclassmen playing, and they did a number on Kelly Walsh.
And what our Bison fans have to really look forward to with this team, Jaden Cummings gets to the outside. Jaden Cummings gets
into Natrona territory. Big gain there, and it'd be interesting to see how many yards he's come up with. He's had a nice number of plays here.
19 yards. But that's the whole thing. What you just witnessed right there, just from Cummings, or what you've seen from
I mean, Cummings, the promises there.
Braden Hughes,
Kari Wright's had some
Wright.
nice runs. Braden Hughes had some nice runs. The fullbacks popped a couple. I mean, there's 4 different options in that backfield.
We've got speed. With Alex Soto as our fullback, we got the speed. Johansson, we got the power. We just got speed, and that's going to take this team a long way.
Offensive line has not played that well, but these backs have been deceptive. Braden Hughes going to keep it. And gain about 4 yards to the 41.
But, I mean, have they really? I mean, yeah, they haven't played what we want. I mean, this is the first game of the year.
I mean, in the run game, I don't think they've done bad.
We've hit over 300 yards rushing.
Yeah, so how can you sit here and say the offensive line hasn't played well when you're going to run the ball for 300-plus yards against the Natrona team? That's I will rescind that. They haven't played well in the passing game.
They've had their moments. But, we put up 300 yards rushing against the Natrona County Mustangs, and we've only got 12 points to show for it. A lot of that's self-inflicted.
Yep, intercepted. Dang it! Just off the outstretched hands of Hunter. And he might, strip it from behind. So second interception for Braden.
Caden Wilcox with the interception.
What number's Caden Wilcox?
I don't know. He's probably down the depth chart a ways. I can effort that for you. He's number 34, sir. 5'9", 153-pounder. Sophomore.
So we had a winner come up and claim the $380 from the 50-50.
Dang, $380 winner in the 50-50 raffle.
Donate that to Ethan Asher, the young man that was seriously injured up in Powell. Thank you.
Oh, did they donate a bunch of it back? For
Sounds
the
like
giving people here in Casper. So, Natrona straight ahead to Bundy, number 56. Great play there. Stuffed him right at the line. That's the first time that's happened today.
That's our first tackle for a loss this game.
Joseph Garcia, attaboy, 5'10", 200-pound sophomore.
So once again, stay tuned. I'll create the links over the weekends as your South High Bison travel up to number 2 Thunder Basin next week, who is putting it on Cheyenne Central.
Michael Mullins with the stout.
What was that final score?
44-0.
Our former starting quarterback transferred to Central as his parents moved to the Central Triad. Cade Burns.
This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Oh, man, he just left Hunter Scott looking for.
He just put Hunter on skates.
Yeah, he did.
He had Hunter on skates. Love you, Hunter, but those skates don't look good on you right now. But even Hunter's like, I know.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing I love about Hunter is when he gets beat, he'll let you know. He'll be the first one. Like, yeah, I got beat.
You know what happened? You know what happened there? Positive though. He set the edge and had containment.
Oh my
and
goodness!
Forced the quarterback inside.
We didn't have any inside help after that. But you know what? He kept him from going outside. That's what's
right.
important.
He did his job. He just got turned around and back to pass. Over the middle. How do they keep getting guys so open over the middle?
That was busted coverage. Yeah, I think the linebackers
not drop to their hook zones at all.
I think that was supposed to be a man there, and he didn't. He thought it was offense, or maybe he thought it was a zone, but it was man. Wow. And so okay, I'm still waiting to see what everybody's making for their Labor Day weekend.
Houston 10, Natrona.
I want to know. Yeet. Pennsylvania barbecue chicken. Now, are you in Pennsylvania making barbecue chicken, or is that the actual recipe, Pennsylvania barbecue chicken? I want to know because my family's from Pennsylvania. I've never heard of Pennsylvania barbecue chicken before.
Pitch out now, near side. Drug down. Is that number 35? Van Tassel with the tackle.
Hey, make sure you visit our website at southhighbisonathletics.com for everything you need to know Bison.
Be 1st and 10 Natrona now as they're trying to tack another one on. Boy, don't let them put 68 on us.
And if you didn't know, I also have a vlog I do on YouTube. Go check me out. Alan Cummings. You look it up on YouTube. I've got like 20 accounts. 19 of them are work accounts. Look for the one that has the Frontier Days parade.
Come on. There we go.
Vlog.
Stopped him there. Let's see who made the play over there that time.
4:12 left. My last vlog was I did over Cheyenne Frontier Day Parade. Got to meet some great people. Give me an idea what I should do for my next vlog. I'm thinking I might do my trip to Gillette. How's that?
I think Joseph Garcia was in on that. Hunter Scott's also getting credit. So it'd be really like to see South hold them out here. It is 2nd and 8.
Once again,
ball at about the 15.
Special thanks to all of our sponsors on the right-hand side of your screen. Without these wonderful sponsors, we would not be able to do what we do.
To the end zone, open, score.
Well, you had 2 guys defending them, too.
Jeez, man. 70 points, almost. As Dave Walsh would say, oh, the score. Oh, the score. Ball down, kick up, good. So there is 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go.
We're going to keep it right here, Steve.
68-12. Take a look ahead again. As Alan said, South on the road next week. 6 o'clock kickoff on Friday at Thunder Basin. He'll be making that trip solo.
It'll just be me, so I won't be doing any stats because I cannot memorize names like the infamous Steve McDonald. For those of you who know, if you see it on the screen right now, not only does he know good popcorn, but he can memorize a roster just by looking at it.
Then South, after that, will get back home. They'll open the home opener 2 weeks from tonight against Kelly Walsh.
Casper,
and
Kelly Walsh.
I believe Cheyenne East will be their
following
fourth opponent. So, again, they get the top 3 teams in the state in the first 4 weeks.
Actually, isn't East 4th?
They might be ranked 4th, but they're not the 4th best team in the state. I guarantee that. We'll see, though.
Well, they did beat a very short-handed Campbell County team to give them hope.
Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing.
Not a thing.
And Alan needs some subscribers.
Actually, 1112 BISN does. We're almost at 400. We were like 13 more people.
How many till we start getting paid?
We don't get paid.
Oh, damn it. Dang it.
Let's get it up to 400. Let everybody know we've got the best web streaming broadcasts in high school football in the state of Wyoming, if not the country. The country!
That's going to go into the end zone there.
The country.
For a touchback.
The country.
See who South comes out with here now on offense.
They're going to keep their starters out there. I would too.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This be a good time to see some fresh faces.
So you ask, what does it look like? That red subscribe button right there is what it looks like. Just hit it. Doesn't cost a thing. And if you don't want to be notified whenever we put live events together, just click that notifier bell off.
And Trujillo in at quarterback, so they are wholesale changes here for South.
Oh, yeah, they got their young kids.
Yeah, might as well rest the starters.
We got the other Trujillo kid. Is that number
4? No, Kari Wright's still in there, but
is that Kari? That doesn't look like Kari.
Yeah, number 4.
Who's the tailback over here?
And I believe there's going to be a timeout for South. Number 11, I thought it was.
30. Looks like 23.
32.
32.
So let's see what South's cooking up here. I think it's a smart move by Coach Gallus. It's a long season, 10-game season. You don't have very much depth. You're down 56 points.
We've got
don't keep your starters.
We've got 301 yards offense. We are just over the 300-yard mark.
That's a cool number. Yeah, that's Santana Trujillo. Look at the Trujillo boys. Jalen at quarterback, Santana at.
They had great youth coaches.
They did have some of the better youth coaches
in the state.
In the state of Wyoming.
They did. I'll agree. I'll concur.
Three-time city champion coaches. Of course.
Yep. Oh, man, our team looks small out there now.
They do. Looks like Johnson Junior High in white uniforms. Kari's still in there. Let's see what old Jalen does with this thing.
Boy, Jalen's a speedster. Both Trujillo kids are speedsters.
Give. Is that number 7 in at fullback now? It is. Reynolds at fullback. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Kyler Henderson with the stop for the Mustangs.
Kyler Henderson, let's give the Mustangs some love. Kyler Henderson.
2nd and 11 for the Bison.
2nd and 11. The youth movement on the field.
But I'll tell you what, for those of you who have not been to the Casper Natrona High School, since they finished all the construction, man, they got a beautiful field house right behind here. We don't have any of those in Cheyenne, do we? Oh, wait. Did I say that on air?
That fullback again. Yep.
2 minutes left. They gave him a yard on that one.
3rd down and 9.
Brady Dutcher.
Folks, do not be disappointed. It's been exciting watching this offense play.
As a matter of fact, if you're watching right now, there's a poll. There should be a poll. In the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you should see an eye. Click on that and vote on your poll. Vote on the poll. Do you like butter on your popcorn? So far, I'm the only one who's voted. So make sure you vote. Upper right-hand corner, you'll see an eye. Make sure you vote on that.
Trujillo under center, and Santana will get the carry there. Boop, boo, doo, boo, doo.
Oh, wait. Was that Santana?
That's Black Magic Woman. Gets up to the 26, so it'll be 4th down here.
What number was Santana?
32.
How many yards?
They're going to go for it here.
I think it's a good choice. I think it's a must-go.
This might be the last play of the game.
1 minute left.
Give up the middle. Up close to a 1st down.
Oh, right at the 30.
With the stop for the Mustang.
Don't stop the clock.
I think there was a timeout.
No, it's
Nope.
no timeout.
I thought it was a timeout. First
so there's
down,
a
though.
first down. Good job, South.
Who carried that one?
So they'll run it out. Couldn't tell you. You'll have to go back and watch it.
Want to thank all of you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in again next week. Same live chat.
So Trujillo has him up under center.
Ooh, Pennsylvania barbecue chicken is a family recipe.
Gets straight ahead there, and that's probably going to do it.
That is going to do it. 12 seconds left.
So that'll bring the game to conclusion. The final score here from Natrona is the Natrona County Mustangs 68, South 12. Next game next Friday against Thunder Basin at Thunder Basin. Some good, some bad, Alan.
You know, they've got to show up their pass defense.
They're going to show up their
overall defense, but, against Thunder Basin's going to pass the ball like 58 times in the game. So they've got to shore that up. They've got to get that communication between defensive backs open because there was a lot of open in the middle. When you're playing tight man, you can't get beat. You cannot get beat on the inside. Offensively, they did a good thing. 301 yards total offense for the Bison. They've got to understand the 40-second rule on the thing. A lot of our delay games came from not knowing the back judge was literally counting. When that back judge throws up his hand with that 10 seconds, you got to know you got to get that ball snapped. But those are all mistakes that are going to happen this early in the season that I know that Coach Gallus and the rest of the coaching staff will get fixed.
And I think we could almost easily say our 11-12 Bison Web and Media Player of the game. My vote's number 5, Braden Hughes.
Oh, easily.
In his debut as the quarterback, he rushed for over 100 yards, poise, kept this team, didn't really turn the ball over. He did have a couple interceptions, but I think Braden Hughes is the 11-12 BISN player of the game.
Great future, and I'll tell you what, he reads that read option really well, does a really good job at that read option. Once he learns on the triple option threat there, once he gets to the outside that he doesn't have to keep the ball and he can pitch it out to his wide open trail, we're going to score a lot of points in this offense. He's got to be able to read that. That's just the youthful energy in him, though. He wants to take it every time. But he's got to realize he's got that pitch wide open 99% of the times. He doesn't have to get beat up as much. So once he learns that pitch, he can even fake the pitch on occasion, get that defense to draw outside, giving him more of a wide open lane. That's just going to come with experience.
So the 2019 season has been birthed. South 0-1. And Alan will see you next week up at Thunder Basin. 6 o'clock go time, 5:30 S&J Signs pregame show. And I think we'll wrap it up here. Long road trip home.
Long road trip.
Alan Cummings, Steve McDonald.
Hey,
68-12.
Real quick. Hit that subscribe button. Right now, red. It's red. You can't miss it. Hit it.
68-12 Natrona over South. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've enjoyed bringing it your way. It's been a pleasure being with you. Again, Alan Cummings, Steve McDonald, 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.